quarterbacks, the safeties, Ian Sullivan will be one. He's 5'10", 165, and a junior, and Cooper Spires the other. He is 6 foot, 180, and a senior. 6 seniors, 5 juniors start defensively for Paoli.
The defense for the Pioneers, they'll go with 3 down linemen at end. Number 89, Tyler Kleiner, 6'4", 245, a senior. Nose tackle 61, Bryce Mink, 6'1", 225, a junior. And the right end, number 51, Axton Hudson, 5'10", 205, a senior. The linebackers are number 4, Dawson Keller, 5'10", 170, a junior. Number 5, Hunter Tyson, he is 6'2", 190, a senior. Number 50 in the middle, Dallas Beesings, 5'9", 150, a junior. Number 17 is Mason Jones, 5'10", 190, a junior. And on the right side, outside, number 2, Peyton Hawley, 5'8", 170, a junior. Quarterbacks are number 7, Jordan Paul, 6'2", 180, a senior. And number 8, Aiden Perigo, 5'10", 165, a junior. Free safety is number 3, Grant Davis, 6 foot, 190, and a senior. 5 seniors, 6 juniors on the defense for the Pioneers. They have 5 two-way starters.
And here's Paoli, the starters offensively across the front line. At left tackle, Wyatt Baker, 6 foot, 180, and a senior. Avery Hamby will be at the left guard. He's 5'10", 230, and a junior. Dom Garcia starts at center, 5'11", 230, a senior. Colton Morgan at right guard, 5'10", 285, and a junior. And Landon Baker will be at right tackle. He's 6'2", 210, and a sophomore. The split ends, Ian Sullivan on one side, 5'10", 165, a junior. And Cade Walls on the other. He's 6'1", 165, and a senior. Your halfback, Stain Padgett on one side, 6'3", 200, a senior. And Colton Beckley on the other. He is 6'2", 135, and a senior. Starting fullback tonight, that's Trey Robbins, 5'10", 170, and a junior. And Cooper Spires starts at quarterback. He is 6 foot, 180, and a senior. 6 seniors, 4 juniors, 1 sophomore start offensively for Paoli. And 8 of the boys will be starting both on offense and defense.
Starting lineups have been brought to you by Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James. And the Rams will get the ball first here tonight on the road at Bennett Field.
Keys to the ball game, just got to get done what you've been learning so far. One thing that really stood out in the scrimmage last year against Forest Park was just a simple thing, like pad position. You got to get underneath the pads of the guy you're going against. Paoli, some of their offensive goals tonight, 32 points or 32 minutes of possession. They want to average 4 yards per carry or better, and 7 or more explosive plays. That means 10 yards or more. Boonville, they're ready to kick off. Paoli's going to receive, and Dave Dedrick will take us through tonight's ball game.
A low-line drive kick that hits one of the up-back for the Rams, and unable to hold on to it was number 3, Chase Case. It went off him, and it's recovered by Boonville. Unexpected. I don't know what they were thinking to have an onside kick, but that's the way it looked out, and the Pioneers able to get it in great field position at the Rams' 47-yard line.
I doubt that it was an onside kick because of how hard it was hit. Unless you're hitting it hard trying to hit somebody, in that case, Boonville did what they wanted, and they're going to get the ball to start in Paoli territory.
First big break of the night right out of the gate on the very first play goes to the Pioneers. They go to the gun. 2 receivers to the right and 2 to the left. The quarterback dropping back as he puts Davis in motion. McCain, a long snap count, has it. Going to hand it off to Davis up the middle. Big running room. He's down to the 40 and stretches out beyond the first down marker in the Rams territory at the 36-yard line. That'll be a gain of 11 on the play. Robbins in there on the tackle for the Rams. And that'll be a first down for the Boonville Pioneers. Ball right in the middle of the field.
A big question coming in for Paoli. How would the offensive and defensive lines stand up? That first play, at least, that was heavily tilted in Boonville's favor.
2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Single set back. McCain out of the gun. Takes a low snap. Going to hand it off Davis again. Little hesitation move, but tripped up as he gets near the line of scrimmage. Good penetration that time by the Rams up front. Hamby, one of the first in there as well, along with Padgett. And then finally, Robbins and Hannon clean it up in the linebacking core. Still go a positive gain of 4 to make it 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, not a bad play by Paoli that time. Stood up the opposing offensive lineman. You're going to do that in an attempt to let your linebackers fill in, and they were able to do it on that play.
Rams get him in 2nd down and long, out of the gun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Davis single set back. McCain going to roll to his right, looking, some pressure, stops, fires it back over the middle. He's got a man. It is caught by Paul inside the 5, and brought down near the 1-yard line. Finally saving the touchdown for the Rams, Colton Beckley, but a big pickup on the play all the way down to the 2-yard line on the pass play.
That pass right on target, hit him in stride. Beckley looked like he knew what the defense was, just got beat to the football, and as a result, the long completion gives it to Boonville, 1st and goal.
Kane had a lot of time to work and survey the field on that slant. It's 1st and goal, ball at the 2-yard line, still in the gun formation. Davis, the single setback for the Pioneers, going to hand it off to Davis. Jukes right now back to the left, and he is in for the score. And Davis scores the first touchdown of the season on a 2-yard run for the Pioneers as they take advantage of that great field position, and they go up here on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard by a score of 6-0. This coming with 10:18 to go in quarter number 1.
For the most part, it looked easy for Boonville that time, more physical than Paoli up front.
Trip Kelly for the extra point, and he splits the uprights. It is good, and the Pioneers jump out to an early 7-0 lead. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7, or swing by Paoli where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil, fueling your journey every mile of the way.
Well, definitely not the start that Paoli would have scripted right off the bat. A hard-hit kick by Boonville goes off the up man. He slips trying to get to it. Boonville recovers. They've got a short field, and they make short work of getting it into the end zone. Boonville, they're on top of Paoli right now, 7-0. Paoli ready to receive again.
Last time we were here 2 years ago, it was a natural grass field, but that has changed. They put in turf last year, and it's a great-looking field. Rams just got to quickly to adjust. Finally get the 11th man out there here on this kickoff return, and finally getting out to his spot for the Rams is Landon Baker, 65. Kelly again ready to kick. Another low-line kick. It's going to roll on the ground. Padgett back to pick it up. Slips at the 15, cuts left, right, across the 25, still on his feet, now to the 32-yard line. As Dane Padgett again showing that speed and strength, made something out of nothing to give the Rams decent field position out at the 31-yard line as Hunter Tyson in there on the tackle. And the Rams touch the football for the first time tonight on offense, but trail it by 7.
As is usually the case, Dane Padgett likely to be best athlete on the field. He's going to be a tough one for Boonville to deal with. We'll just see how much Paoli wants to feature him in the offense tonight.
Cooper Spires, the Rams quarterback, will go under center. The Rams open up in their flex bone. Sullivan split out to the left side. On the right side in tight is Beckley.
They left the tee on the field back here at the 40-yard line. The official had to go back over and get it. He threw it all the way past the cheerleaders.
That's what you'll have on the first game of the year. Still not quite going. Handed off right side to Padgett. Dane, couple of tough yards and driven back behind the line of scrimmage. Nice job of quickly filling that hole was Beasing, the inside linebacker, along with Peyton Holly. A gain of 1 out to the 33-yard line, and it's actually giving 2. We'll make it 2nd down and 8. So just a basic dive over the right side for the Rams to start off the season.
Just not a whole lot of push there that time. Had a little bit of a crease, but just couldn't get much out of it.
See Tyler Hannon in at fullback for the Rams. Been nursing a knee injury, but he's ready to go here in game number 1 of the season. Beckley in motion to the left side fake, going to hand it off. Here's Hannon, tough running right up the gut across the 35 to the 36-yard line as quickly Hudson wraps him up from that defensive end, but a nice gain of close to 4, and the Rams will have a 3rd down and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, Hannon running strong as usual. It's going to take more than one to bring him down most times. That time went down basically because the defender's just trying to rip the ball away from him. He held on to it, but had to go down in the process.
Rams trying to get to the edge. Let's see if they go to the outside for the first time tonight out of the flex bone. 2 receivers to the right side crowding the line of scrimmage. Beckley in motion to the left side on the option. faking it as Spires. He keeps it, but he is tripped up at the line of scrimmage, able to fall forward for a couple of yards, but that will not be enough as Deasing got a hand on him to trip him up. And it's going to be 4th down and 2 at the 39-yard line. And we'll see how big of a riverboat gambler Coach Neil Dittmer's going to be here early on in the season.
Maybe trying to draw Boonville off sides. We'll see if that's the case or not. I think they've gotten enough of a push the last couple of downs that would give you some confidence that you could make it.
Rams go on 4th down, 4th and 2. Come down the right side of the line. Spires able to keep it, and he will have enough for a first down as he gets out to the 42, 43-yard line, following the blocking of Garcia and Morgan and Baker on that right side. And the Rams are 1 for 1 on 4th down conversions here early in this ball game. 8:15 and counting in the first quarter. Boonville up 7-0.
Haven't seen the big chunk play yet, but 4 plays, and that's the first down. Paoli's first of the night. Now they're out in good field position at the 43.
To the flex bone. Spires under center, put 2 receivers to the right side of the field, set the offensive line in motion. Beckley to the right side. Spires on the keeper to the left side, going to keep it, turn upfield. He's across the 45 and brought down at the 46-yard line. Coming up is Davis from the secondary to make the tackle for the Pioneer defense. A gain of 4, though, and it's going to be 2nd and 6. Ball just shy of the 47-yard line.
And one of the few skilled positions that Paoli had to completely replace this year was that quarterback spot. Of course, Fletcher Cole last year, excellent running quarterback. This time, I think you can get just a little more of a dual threat with Spires. He can throw it and run it. He's run it 3 times already tonight.
Ball on the left hash mark. Rams set their offense out of the flex bone. Oh, there's 2 men in motion. That's not going to work. Handed off, big running room to Hannon, but this one is going to be brought back. Tyler got the best run of the night out across midfield, a gain of close to 8 or 9 on the play, but the Rams will be whistled for an illegal procedure, our first penalty of the night and of the season.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that you expect early in the season, some of that miscommunication, not knowing exactly who it is that's supposed to be in motion and who isn't. That'll be a 5-yard penalty against Paoli. Takes it back just beyond the original line of scrimmage. They'll spot it down at the 42-yard line, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 11 for Paoli.
Spires breaks the Rams out of the huddle. Ball on that left hash mark at the 42-yard line. Dom Garcia over center, ready to hike that ball back to the Ram quarterback. Man in motion to the right side, Beckley. Here's the Spires to Hannon again, and Hannon able to bulldoze his way up near the 45-yard line. Going to officially mark him at the 44. Just a gain of 2 tough yards. In there quickly on the tackle was Hudson, number 51, and also coming in on the play, 61, Bryce Minks. And the Rams have a 3rd down and long.
Paoli, passing situation with it being 3rd and long. Let's see if maybe they can't get it 2. One of the kids outside. You've got both Walls and Sullivan. They'll set up camp over here to this side.
Out of the flex bone formation, Spires under center, puts a man in motion. That's going to be Patchett. Going to toss it today, and can he get to the edge? Jukes inside, outside, but he cannot make that last cut. Good penetration that time coming up and forcing the issue was Dawson Keller, the outside linebacker, and Dane just could not get those shoulder pads square. And the Rams face a 4th down and a long 7 from the 44-yard line, and this time they will punt.
Yeah, Paoli held it for a while, got a first down, but then the penalty really kills the drive, a 5-yard procedure penalty, and now Paoli will be forced to kick it away. They'll put, I think that's Walls in there to punt.
Yes.
And he will set up camp at about the 30-yard line.
Dropping back deep will be Egley, number 16, to field this punt. Still some confusion for Boonville, running players off and on, and a penalty flag as the play clock does run down. Now, this might make the Rams – they called delay again.
Yeah.
The Rams had to punt, or I should say snap the ball, and they did not, and don't know exactly what they were waiting on. They didn't have that confusion like Boonville did.
And the reason for the confusion for Boonville was that they had 12 on the field.
Move it back 5.
Now they've got 11.
And it's 4th down and 13. Good snap out of there. High end-over-end punt. Not a lot of distance, but good height. Going to hit and take a Rams roll inside the 35, down inside the 30. In fact, all the way down to the 21, 22-yard line. So the Rams get a kind roll on the turf here at Bennett Field and will give Boonville a long field field to work with, as that ball will be at the 22-yard line of the Pioneers. Their home opener, they're in all black tonight with their black jerseys, gold numerals trimmed in white, black pants with the gold stripes, and their flat black helmets with the gold B on the side. And Bert, the Rams have changed up their style here in 2025.
Yep, gone to a little bit of the old school look. Purple helmet this year with the ram horns on the side. Of course, still with the gold pants, white shirt, and the purple numbers here on the road at Boonville.
First and 10 at the 22 on the right hash mark. Delay handoff. Here's Davis. Big running room up the middle. Breaks a tackle. Gets into the secondary. And Sullivan makes a touchdown-saving tackle, but still a good run out to the 39-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 17 on the play, as Davis just very shifty in that backfield. But, boy, Bert, he did a nice job of just letting that hole develop and then all of a sudden popping through it.
Yeah, nice patience shown by him. And running it strong. He's had 4 carries so far, 33 yards, another first down for Boonville, and that's 3 already here tonight.
Pioneers already lead at 7-0 with 4:30 to go in the first quarter of play. Out of the gun formation, 2 receivers to the right, single setback. McCain going to drop back to pass, looking, fires it down the right side. Back there for the Rams in good coverage is Beckley, and he was battling down that field with Perigo down the Rams' right sideline at about the 30-yard line. Only problem is when you're on defense now, Bert, the way the field is set going east to west, Colton had to look right back into the sunlight, and so did the receiver.
Yeah, you'd about have to have sunglasses on to be able to see that ball coming out of the sun like that. It was kind of a line drive, and you know that you're looking back into it. Beckley, he was there defensively between the ball and his man, so would have had to have been a real nice catch in order to be completed.
Pioneers went for the big one on first down. On second, delay handoff here to the left side. Running is Mason Jones. Big running room to the left to the 50, 45, 40 down the sideline. And Sullivan finally pushes him out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Mason Jones, 5'10", 190, and a junior. First time that we've seen a player get to the edge, and Jones makes the Rams pay. And once again, Sullivan has to come up from the secondary to save a touchdown.
Yeah, that time they got a good block on the outside, prevented Beckley from getting up to make the tackle. That allowed Jones to get around the end and out for a 28-yard gain and another first down for Boonville.
In Rams territory, the Pioneers on their second drive, 1st and 10, ball on the left hash mark at the 33-yard line. Spread formation, 2 receivers to the right, the wide side of the field to the left, single setback. As McCain, the quarterback, the junior, going to hand it off again to the running back. Davis this time steps out of one tackle, tried to dance around, but that slowed him up, and he got stood up near the 30, 31-yard line, and the pursuit for the Rams finally able to get there and making the tackle for Paoli. Coming up, Colt Bonta, the outside linebacker for the Rams, along with number 50, Wyatt Baker. A gain of 3, make it 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, made it tough on Davis that time. Got penetration right in the middle of the line of scrimmage. The defender was blocked to the ground, but he was right there at Davis's feet, prevented him from getting any kind of momentum built up, and as a result, Paoli defensively was able to recover.
2nd down and 7, split to Perigo out wide to the right side, out of the gun, single setback, man in motion, Egley. He goes on the jet sweep to the right side. He's to the 30, to the 26, 27-yard line. Rams good pursuit down their defensive line of scrimmage and did not let Egley get to the corner. At that time, Dane Padgett able to come up from the in position and also good penetration from that backside as well with Chase Case for the Rams. And it's going to be a gain of close to 4 and 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, Egley really never did get his shoulder squared to the line of scrimmage. Paoli's pursuit pushed him out a little bit further than what he wanted to as far as cutting up. As a result, a gain of 4. Now it's 3rd down for Boonville, the first time they faced 3rd down tonight.
Out of the gun formation, McCain going to hand it off into the secondary. Running is Jones. Jones twisting and turning. He's down inside the 20, and he'll have a first down. Mason Jones hasn't had a lot of carries, but, boy, they have been big carries for the Pioneers tonight. As Cade Walls comes up from the secondary to make the tackle, and a 3rd down conversion for the Pioneers. They have it in the red zone, 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A nice carry that time by Jones. Refused to be brought down by the arm tackles. As a result, a gain of 8 and another first down. 2 carries for Mason Jones so far on the night, 36 yards gained.
McCain, the quarterback, comes over to the sideline to get the play. Now retreats to the huddle. All right in the middle of the field, 1st and 10 at the 19. Split pair go out wide to the right side. Coming left side is Paul. But a slot man, Egley, on the left side. He goes in motion to the right side. Rolling to the right side, quarterback keeper McCain looking. Little jug step, and then he is forced out of bounds. Nice job by the Rams to really close out on the corner. Lead coming up, that was Bonta, number 18, to put the pressure on, along with Tyler Hannon. A gain of 1 on the play, make it 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, Paoli had that one diagnosed. It was kind of slow developing. Boonville, for the most part, has been quick off of the ball. That time, a little slow to the edge. As a result, Paoli defensively able to respond, limiting McCain to just a 1-yard gain, make it 2nd and long. And let's see if the defense can't string together a couple of more plays and get a stop.
2nd down and 9 at the 18-yard line, out of the gun formation. McCain, long snap, gets it, hands it off to Davis. Davis, little stutter step in the backfield. Now he's going to be stood up by Case and going to be driven back. Spires gets in there on that tackle for the Rams, as well as big number 74, Tyler Ross, call out his name for the first time tonight. And Davis, a couple of tough yards down to the 16-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd down and 7 for the Boonville Pioneers at their own 16-yard line.
Now, Paoli made initial contact with Davis right at the line of scrimmage. He shrugged off a couple of tacklers before a couple of more were finally able to kind of corral him, wrap him up, and throw him back.
Big 3rd down play here for the Pioneers. See if the Rams can stuff them right here and make it 4th down and see what happens. Out of the gun formation, McCain going to roll to his right, looking back to his left. Now to his right, pressure's on. He's out of the pocket, rolling to the left. Got some running room, now stops at the 15, fires it to the back of the end zone, and caught on the back of the end zone by Egley for the touchdown. At that time, it was just the athletic ability of McCain rolling to the right, coming back to the left, and then he spots Egley, who comes right along the back of the end zone, but hold everything as we've got a penalty flag across the way.
And they're waving them back. Ineligible man downfield for Boonville.
So that will wipe off the touchdown pass, and Boonville going to have to reset after McCain made a nice athletic play at the quarterback spot.
Well, a lot of times when the quarterback is scrambling like that, when he's coming out to the side, the linemen are thinking, okay, he's going to take off and run, and when he doesn't, they're downfield more than the 2 to 3 yards that they're allowed, and as a result, the flag will be thrown. That'll be the first penalty against Boonville, but it takes 6 points off of the board, and that will be a 5-yard variety, so make it now 3rd and 12.
Ball moved back out beyond the 20 at the 21-yard line. McCain has the call from the sideline, relays it to his teammates in the huddle. Break out of the huddle with Perigo going wide right. Egley comes to the left, and also moving out to the left is Strawley, number 6. Out of the gun formation, McCain back to pass, looking, fires it right side. He's got a man and hit immediately. That's going to be the tight end, Tyler Claney. Fires right there, and it's going to be just shy of a 1st down. That's going to be close to 11 on the pickup, and it's going to be 4th down inside right about the 10-yard line, actually. They'll say it's 4th down and 1 at the 10 for the Pioneers.
And that'll give Boonville a very short 4th down to try and convert. So far, they've been able to get the push up front against Paoli defensively that leads you to believe that it should be an easy pickup. Paoli, though, they just need a push up front. Push those blockers back into the back, see if he can't bring them down.
McCain out of the gun, Davis to his left, and before we get started, we have a penalty flag. It looks as though Paoli may be whistled for this. That's the call, at least from the players of Boonville, and the Rams will be called for offside.
All right, second penalty of the night against Paoli for 10 yards. That one's a big one because it gives Boonville a 1st down on what would have been a 4th and 1. They will spot it down at the 5-yard line. That's where Boonville takes it over, 1st and goal.
Pioneers started this drive back at their own 22-yard line. We're down to the final few seconds of the first quarter of play. Probably will not get this play off as we roll down to inside 1 second, and that's going to be the first quarter of play on the road tonight from Bennett Field on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. It is Boonville 7, Paoli 0, but the Pioneers are threatening as we go to the second quarter. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Looking to make a difference? Team OC's Youth Mentoring Program is here to help kids in Orange County reach their full potential. Our mission to expand child's possibilities through a community-wide mentoring program for kids 7 to 17. We provide support, guidance, and a caring adult to lean on. You can be a part of their journey. Become a mentor or make a donation. Join us at 262 West Court Street, Paoli, or visit teamocmentoring.org. Questions? Call Executive Director Priscilla Woodrum at 812-653-0288. Team OC, expanding possibilities one child at a time.
Tired of slow internet and weak Wi-Fi? Get connected with Orange County Fiber, your local reliable fiber internet service. With powerful parental controls, device prioritization, and built-in cybersecurity, your whole family can browse, stream, and game with confidence. And that's not all. Some plans even include indoor and outdoor cameras or video doorbells for extra peace of mind. Call Orange County Fiber at 812-865-2229. Fast, safe, and smart internet for your home or business.
Well, one quarter in the books here at Boonville. The home team, the Pioneers, with a really nice crowd on hand. They are off to a good start, leading Paoli 7-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. They've got it first and goal at the 5-yard line. Paoli will have to hustle down defensively. Of course, first week of high school football season, got games all over the place at Springs Valley tonight. The Blackhawks, they are off to a big lead early, leading Eastern Green 25-0, and that's still with better than 10 minutes to go in the first half of play.
First play of the second quarter will be first and goal for the Pioneers. The ball over on the right hash mark at the 5-yard line. Out of the gun formation, McCain looks over the defense, gets it, going to hand it off to Davis. Davis dances to his left, to his right, cuts back inside, and he is able to find a crease and score for his second touchdown of the night as Davis runs it in on the 5-yard touchdown run, and that will put the Pioneers up now by a score 13-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. This coming with 11:55 to go in the second quarter of play. As Trip Kelly in for the extra point for the Pioneers. Out of the hole to Davis. The long snap is Beasing. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and all three parts work, and it is good. And the Pioneers have jumped out to a 2-touchdown lead, 14-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Woohoo! Look at that.
Oh, you're pumped.
Yeah, check this out. I'm 30% to my vacation savings goal.
Your life depresses me.
Well, some people actually have to save so they can travel.
How did you save so much already?
Goal-based savings from Hoosier Hills Credit Union. I set a goal amount and deadline. They recommend how often and how much to save and offer auto transfers. It's vacation savings on autopilot.
I see what you did there.
Hoosier Hills Goal-Based Savings Accounts, a free financial tool for Hoosier Hills members. Visit a Hoosier Hills location to join today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Just underway second quarter. Boonville on the first play of the quarter goes in from 5 yards out. They increase their lead to 14-0 over Paoli. Paoli, they need to get something done on this drive. First possession for the Rams. They got a first down, got stalled after a penalty, and then had to kick it away to Boonville. Boonville had a really nice drive that time. Pushed Paoli around a little bit, took it. Nearly 80 yards for a touchdown. And now Paoli faced with the possibility of really needing a score on this possession.
Trip Kelly to kick it off one more time. Walls is back deep for the Rams along with Spires. Idea here, that lone line drive to make sure it doesn't get back to those quick runners for the Rams, make somebody up front do the job. As the Rams have adjusted here on the kickoff return, Kelly high end-over-end kick this time. Wall settles in at the 10, up the right hash mark, 15-20. A little juke out to the right side, back inside. Stood up as he gets out near the 30-yard line, and finally brought down at the 31-32-yard line. So nice return of 21-22 yards that time for the Rams senior, as Miles Beasing in there on the tackle. And the Rams will have it first down and 10 to start this drive. Last drive started at their 31-yard line. This time they'll start at their own 33-yard line as Cooper Spires and the offense back out on the field for Paoli.
Well, they had to chase down the tee this time. Last time they left it at the 40. This time it was at the Paoli 45. He kicked the tee 15 yards.
Rams go to the flex bone offense. Spires underneath center for Paoli. Quick count handed off to the fullback running right side. That's Tyler Hannon. Hannon again just moving that pile forward out across the 35 near the 36-yard line. Hudson in there on the tackle. Last year, Tyler rushed for 957 yards in the season and had an average carry of 6.5 and 15 touchdowns. And off to a good start that time with the Rams' best first play on first down, a gain of 5 to make it 2nd and 5.
Hannon, 3 carries, 10 yards so far. Keep in mind, hampered by a little bit of a knee injury. That occurred in class a couple of weeks ago, so still trying to come back from it, so maybe not 100%.
Rams to the flex bone again. Both receivers are in tight. Spires under center. Going to roll to his right, looking to pass down the sideline. He's got him in and then tipped away at the last instance, going for Beckley out of the backfield down the right side. But a good job of coming up right there at the last second by Peyton Holly to get a fingertip on it, and incomplete, and it's 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, didn't get much more than a fingertip, but also got that hand up there, kind of got it in a position to distract as well as tip, and the ball falls incomplete. First pass attempt of the night by Spires. Wasn't off by much, but an incompletion, and now Paoli faces a 3rd down and a must-convert 3rd down right now.
Out of the flex, both ends in tight. Padgett in motion, going to hand it off on the counter up the middle, but no running room at all for Hannon. The fullback out to the 40-yard line, may get 3, and the Rams have a 4th down and 3 and have a player very slow getting up, one of the big linemen there for Paoli. Looks like Colton Morgan, number 69, a little bit gimpy. And the Rams face a 4th down and 3. Looks like they're going to go for it again here early in this game. 10:29 to go in the first half of play.
And Morgan, he's going to have to come off of the field. They'll replace him as he limps to the sideline. They'll get a look at him, see if he can come back in or not.
4th down and 3. Last time the Rams got in this situation, they had a penalty. Padgett in motion. Now he stops, goes to an I formation, and it's going to be a delay of game on the Rams as the play clock runs down to 0. Did they take a timeout? And they did. They took a timeout, so no penalty there. We'll see what the Rams want to do after this timeout with 10:09 to go before half on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Pioneers lead at 14-0. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Looking for a reliable landline phone service you can trust? With Orange County Fiber, you'll get crystal clear phone service that's perfect for staying connected. Home or business, we've got plans that fit. Bundle with fiber service or home security monitoring and save every month. Count on the local service you already know and trust with Orange County Fiber. Visit us at www.myremc.coop or call 812-865-2229. Simple, dependable service made just for you.
Paoli facing a 4th and 3. Looked like that time they were going to try and draw Boonville offside with some quick motion into the backfield. Boonville didn't bite. As a result, Paoli, with the play clock winding down, had to take a timeout. Now they're facing that 4th and 3 again, and we'll try it all over again. They will be going for it at the Boonville 40-yard line.
Out of the flex bone, Spires under center. Quick count comes down the right sideline, and he hands it off to the fullback, but no running room at all there for Tyler Hannon. And then we get a late penalty flag. Hannon may have lost a yard or two. Just good penetration up front that time for Boonville. Led the charge, Dakota Hall, number 70, as if the penalty is against.
Paoli boys are pointing at like it's a first down, like the penalty is going to go against Boonville. Still waiting on the signal. The flag was thrown by the back judge, so not too often that he gets involved in the play.
Wonder if they had 12 men on.
That's a possibility.
As they come over and explain it to the coaching staff, head coach John Batts in his first year, but been a long-time assistant here at Boonville under former head coach Darren Ward. We'll get an explanation. I don't think whatever the explanation is going to be, he's going to be happy about it.
No, probably not. Still kind of talking to him over here in front of the sideline. He's saying, wave it off, no penalty, or he wants a replay or a redo like he used to get on the playground. Don't know that he's going to get it. The officials now, they're going to huddle up, looks like in the middle of the field.
One of the Boonville players came over and gave an indication to one of his coaches like somebody might have brought a forearm up and made contact maybe with the helmet area, and that's what the official saw or the back judge saw.
Yeah.
But that's just our speculation right now.
Yeah, that would be within the range of something that he would see. The plays coming at him, and his focal point is usually linebackers on forward on the running plays.
Officials have already marked the ball back to the original line of scrimmage, so the Rams did not get any forward progress at all on the play, and it was a 4th and 3 on the fullback dive.
But what the situation, though, with Boonville defensively, the ball is back here at like the 41-yard line. The defense is standing in midfield as if they know it's going to be marked off against them. Paoli's offense is standing back around the 35, not exactly knowing where that ball is going to be spotted.
One official talking with Coach Dittmer, another official with Coach Batts. As everybody gets situated here, let's see exactly what is all said and done. And it's going to be a personal foul against the Pioneers.
And he's been ejected.
The player has been ejected as well to boot. So it was a major infraction.
He just signaled, though, first down Boonville's direction. So maybe a dead ball penalty? Don't know.
That could very well have been. Looks like a change of possession, even though the penalty is on Boonville, moves the ball all the way back across the 50 to the 44-yard line, and that's exactly what it will be. Even though the penalty, the run is short, but a penalty on Boonville. But as you mentioned, it was a dead ball foul, and that meant the play was over with, but the infraction occurred, and Boonville will get the ball when it's all sorted out here at their own 44-yard line.
And to a certain extent, that would explain why Coach Jonathan Batts was not all that upset. He could have really been upset had he known that Paoli was going to get a first down of it. But when he found out he's getting the ball, that's not such a bad deal.
1st and 10, handed off. Davis is free down the left side to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. He's to the 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. And just like that, Grant Davis breaks one off on a long run of 56 yards. And all of a sudden, the Pioneers are up 20-0, a one-play touchdown drive.
Yeah, not much of a drive at all. You just hand it to Davis, get out of the way. He got around the end, and within about 10 to 15 yards of the line of scrimmage, you knew it was a foot race, and it was obvious after a couple of yards at that point that he was going to win that foot race.
Kelly out on the field for his 3rd extra point try, and he sidewinds it up and good through the uprights. And it is now a 21-0 lead for the Boonville Pioneers with 9:53 to go before halftime. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
Well, a one-play touchdown drive for Boonville that time. They've been impressive so far, especially in the person of Grant Davis. Last year, he was the quarterback. This year, he's the running back, and he has carried it 8 times now and has gained 97 yards. Paoli wasn't doing too bad a job on him until that 56-yard run, but now 8 carries, 97 yards. He's got, 3 scores? Three scores, and it's a 21-0 Boonville lead, and they're kicking off to Paoli again.
Trip Kelly, high end over in kick. Padgett going to field it inside the 10 at the 8. Out to the 15-20. He breaks free to the 30, cuts to the right side, out to the 35, and finally brought down at the 39-yard line. There's that lightning in a bottle that you can expect whenever number 33 is getting his hands on the football. That time, Jordan Paul made the tackle, and that's all he was away from a touchdown was 1 tackle, but the Rams get good field position.
And that's exactly the type of play that will lead other coaches later in the season into not kicking it to him. one less wasp in the world.
There we go. Tried to attack Bert, but hey.
It did attack. Hit me in the head.
It was attack mode for sure. All right, let's see if the Rams can get in attack mode here on the road, trailing by 3 scores. Haley comes up out of their flex bone formation, in motion. Beckley to the right side. Spires on the keeper, cuts it left side, jukes inside, back outside, gets across the 40 out near the 42-yard line. Mason Jones comes up with the tackle for the Pioneer defense. Gain of 3 on the play, make it 2nd down and 7.
Just haven't been that many running lanes for Paoli backs so far tonight. Spires that time got outside, and just as he's ready to make a move, you got one of 2 choices, either be hit by the guy from the outside or the guy from the inside, and they both arrived about the same time to bring him down.
Ball at the 43-yard line over on the right hash mark. Rams break the huddle, split 2 receivers to the right side. Spires goes under center out of the flex bone. Oh, there's motion in the backfield. That time Hammond just a half second too quick. And those are the type of plays the Rams have had here in this first half of play, actually first quarter and a half. And just whenever they need to be perfect out on the field, just a little movement right there and another penalty. And that's going to put them behind the chains here and make it 2nd down and 12.
And that's as little a thing as just getting used to the cadence. Later in the year, you won't see that penalty because you're used to the way that Cooper is going to call out the signals and then get you going, and that time just half second early.
2nd down and 12 for the Rams at their own 38-yard line. Spires walks up to the huddle, now going to direct some traffic and move over a player to that left side for the Rams. Put a man in motion. The ball is fumbled on the snap. It's still being kicked around out on the field, and Boonville says that they have come up with it. As Paoli, is this going to be their 2nd turnover? It will, as a fumble right at the exchange between the center and the quarterback, and Boonville will get excellent field position at the Rams' 40-yard line.
Now, that time, don't know if it was Spires pulling out too early or the ball not getting up to him high enough. Either way, it got loose. And then when it got loose, one of the linemen trying to pick it back up, he kind of kicks it. It goes forward away from the offense to the defense, and they were quick to respond to that loose football. Last time Boonville had it, they only needed 1 play for a score. Paoli's defense being asked to stand up now.
Out of the shotgun formation, McCain, the quarterback, see if they'll go for a big one here on the first play. He drops back to pass, looking, fires it over the middle, down the left sideline. He's got a man, and it is caught. What a great catch down that left sideline at the 10-yard line by Perigo. Cooper Spires flied in front of him and got inside position, but mistimed the jump, and then it went right into the hands of Perigo, and it is a touchdown from 40 yards out.
That ball thrown on a rope, so to speak. It was right on target, and Perigo made a nice catch after Paoli got a hand up late to try and deflect it, and unable to distract him at the same time.
Kelly back out for the extra point, and as he was the 3 previous times, he was unsuccessful this time. So the Kelly PAT is no good, and now to keep the score on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard in favor of the Pioneers, 27-0. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Craving bold flavors and a fiesta for your taste buds? Come to El Compadre Mexican Restaurant, now open at their brand new location in Paoli at 300 East Main Street. For sizzling fajitas to cheesy enchiladas and the best Mexican food around, it's a flavor-packed party you won't want to miss. Visit us in Paoli or check out our other locations in West Baden, Orleans, Mitchell, Bedford, and now Palmyra. El Compadre, where the flavor is as bold as the fun. Open Monday through Thursdays and Sundays from 11 to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays from 11 to 10 p.m.
Well, the Boonville folks, they are just a little bit excited. They're enjoying what they're seeing out of their ball club so far tonight as they have a big lead on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. About the only thing that has gone wrong for Boonville so far tonight is a missed PAT. Otherwise, everything going well. They're up 27-0 and ready to kick it away again to Paoli.
Trip Kelly does the honors as he approaches the football and booms it downfield. Ball comes over to the left side and will go through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Actually, it was Jordan Paul kicking off that time for the Pioneers, and the Rams will have it first down and 10 on the touchback, trailing 27-0, and really need to get some positive things going here before halftime.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. You know, you've had some negatives, you've had some penalties, you've had some turnovers. Now you got to start stacking up some positive things. Get a positive run here, a positive pass play there. See if you can't get something going before you get to halftime.
Ball marked at the 20-yard line, first down and 10 for the Rams offense. Cooper Spires in the quarterback position will walk up, go to the flex bone formation. Both receivers on the left and right end tight. Beckley goes in motion. Rolling to the right side. Here's Spires looking downfield. Fires it on the run. He's got a man out there, but leads him just a bit too far. That was Chase Case out of the backfield, out near the 40-yard line. Falls incomplete, and it'll be second down and 10.
That's one of those, maybe a little air under it because he was so wide open. He was 5 yards behind the defender. You just want to lob it out there, give him a chance to make that play. He's 20 yards downfield and may not have been caught.
Rams, second down and 10. Break out of the auto ball right at the middle of the field as Spires goes under center. Everybody stacked in tight. Going to turn, come to the left side, and it's going to be tossed and throwing for a loss. Trying to get around the end is number 3, Chase Case, and Case comes down with a loss of 2 on the play. Once again, good defense. Hudson Holly coming up from that side of the defense. The Rams are behind the chains on third down and 12, and have not got the ball into the hands of number 33, Dane Padgett, as much as I thought we might see here in this first half.
No, got it to him a couple of times. He's gained 2 yards on those carries, and really they've gone away from that. Try to get Case, a little bit of a misdirection there. Slow developing play, though, and that gave Boonville a chance to not only penetrate but to find out where the ball was.
Out of the gun this time is Spires, looking, drops back, fires it down the right side. He's got Case out there and just overthrows him at the 42-yard line. A little wheel route out of the backfield that time by Chase Case. Goes incomplete, and the Rams will have to punt it away.
Dangerous territory here now on fourth down. Boonville, they've shown everything but a punt rush so far. And on at this position on the field, that's when you want to put it on. Try to put some pressure on that kicker, maybe get a block, maybe get one off the side of the foot or something like that. And the way things have gone so far tonight for Boonville, don't be surprised if something goes their way.
3 and out for the Rams as Cade Walls will be back to punt the ball away. Dropping back deep will be Egley, number 16. He'll set up at midfield, high snap. Coming down with it, some pressure on a high-end over-end kick. See if it takes a Rams roll this time. Goes straight up in the air at the 35. Now it bounces across the 40 and be touchdown at the 41-yard line by Spires. But this will be the Rams' 41-yard line, and that's where Boonville will have another short field, first down and 10.
The thing that almost went in Boonville's favor that time was that high snap, but Walls was able to get up and corral it, brought it down, got the kickoff before the pressure could get to him, and when it's rushed like that, you're going to get a little bit shorter kick. As a result, Boonville, after the favorable bounce for Paoli on the turf, they will take it over at the 41. They've got it first and 10, and they have shown big play capabilities this entire second quarter.
Last 2 possessions have been one play, drives, and touchdowns. McCain out of the gun, drops back to pass, looking, fires it out in the left flat. Going to be caught out there by Egley down the left sideline and spun out of bounds right in front of the Rams bench. As coming up to make the play for Paoli out of the secondary. I believe that was Case, it was. Chase Case able to make the tackle, but not before Egley able to move the chains down to the 31-yard line, first and 10, with 7:10 to go in the first half. Sullivan Financial Consulting, the Raymond James scoreboard. Pioneers in this first half leading at 27-0.
And McCain now 4 out of 5 passing, 94 yards in passing yardage for him.
First down and 10, out of the gun formation. Ball on the left hash mark. Going to hand it off to Davis again. Goes up the middle, twisting and turning, and will be brought down near the 20-yard line, wrapped up there by the Rams defense. Coming up will be Trey Robbins, the inside linebacker. At that time, the Rams held their ground, did not give Davis a chance to set up any blocking, a gain of 1, making it second down and 9.
His shortest gain of the night, and that time Robbins real nice job not only getting to him but wrapping it up and then making a, let's say, an infinitive tackle.
Second down and 9 out of the gun, single set back. Here goes McCain rolling to his right, looking downfield. There's a penalty flag. McCain throws it on the run, and it's going to be picked off at the 2-yard line. Ian Sullivan comes up with the pick down deep in Rams territory at the 2 as he stepped in front of Egley. Looks as though this is probably going to be a hold on the Pioneers, and the Rams will see if they can get something going now after this interception. And the Rams decline it, and Paoli comes up with their first big positive play of the night, an interception down deep inside the 5 by Ian Sullivan.
Just the kind of thing that Paoli needed was a play defensively to get the ball back. And they're coming out as if they're going to bring this out and spot it at the 20. We'll see if maybe they rule him out of bounds back at the 2, and now they will march it backwards. So Paoli, they're going to have to be very much aware of where they are on the field. Possession of the football of utmost importance. They're going to spot it just inside the 5-yard line, looks like.
Officially at the 4. I thought he was closer down to the 2-yard line as the Rams get it deep in their own territory. As under center will be Spires. A little movement, no flag. He's going to roll to his right. No, he's going to hand it off to the fullback, and that's going to be Tyler Hannon, trying to find some running room over that right side. Maybe got 1 or 2 out near that 6-yard line. And tackle quickly made there by the defense. Coming up was Davis from that secondary along with Beesing. Gain of 1 officially, and it's going to be second down and 9 at the 5-yard line. 6 minutes exactly remaining here. First half of play at Bennett Field at Boonville High School. Pioneers lead at 27-0 before halftime. Under center, looking around the quarterback. That's Spires, going to come down the right side, hand it off again to the fullback, Hannon, twisting and turning over the left side, but not much running room again as Beesing, the middle linebacker, is there along with Davis. Gets 2 or 3 out of there, able to twist and turn out near the 9-yard line, and it's going to be third down and a long 5 here for the Rams.
Third down, and it's the 5th time that Paoli will have faced third down. Have not been able to convert on one yet, and this is not a spot where you're going to go for it on 4th down.
Spires has the play call in from Coach Neil Dittmer. We're near the 5-minute mark here. Rams deep in their own territory. Third down and 5 at the 8-yard line. Rams go to their veer formation, hand it off again to the fullback. Here's Hannon twisting and turning, still on his feet. Moves a pile out near the 15-yard line. There's the ball loose, but I believe they say it was down. Nope, they're going to say it was ripped out of there, and Boonville will come up with another turnover on the strip fumble deep inside the Rams territory, actually going to be ripped out near the 13-yard line.
Hannon, as he does so many times, he's fighting and fighting for that extra yard. But a lot of times the officials, they won't blow the whistle until you're definitively stopped. And the Boonville defenders, they were kept reaching and grabbing at it and eventually ripped it out of Hannon's hands.
At the Rams' 13-yard line, and timeout going to be taken here by Paoli. 4:49 to go before halftime on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. All Pioneers here in the first half of play. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus. Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
Paoli turns it over deep in their own territory, and Boonville, they've got it, point-blank range.
McCain hands it off to Davis on the left side, but no running room. Nice job by that Rams defense. Avery Hamby, 73 right there to plug that hole, along with Dane Padgett. Dom Garcia in there as well. One of the few negative plays tonight that the Rams have put on this offense for the Pioneers, a loss of 2 to make it 2nd and 12.
Yeah, the only negative rushing play for Davis or any of the other backs, the only other negative play other than that was the turnover on that last possession. Now, Boonville facing a 2nd and goal back at the 11.
Clock rolls down near the 4-minute mark. Ball at the 16-yard line. McCain out of the gun. Going to roll to his right. Looking to his right. Downfield hit as he fires it. It's going to be incomplete. A couple of receivers right about the 11-yard line. Kleiner was one of those in there. Also Strawley, number 6. But the Rams also had as many, if not more, defenders in the area as well to bat that ball down. I believe Padgett may have got a hand on it. It goes incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down and 13 on the 16-yard line.
If there's anything good about the defense being backed up like this, is the fact that you've got less territory to defend. You can be a little more aggressive if you want, and let's see if that works to Paoli's advantage or not. Boonville looks like they may have to call a timeout. Some confusion getting the play in from the side.
Timeout taken by the Pioneers, 4:04 to go, leading it on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, 27-0. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Hi, this is John Bender. Since 1931, Bender Lumber has been providing superior service along with quality, innovative building products at fair, competitive prices. In communities throughout southern Indiana, our locations are the primary supplier to residential builders, professional remodelers, as well as do-it-yourselfers who rely on our knowledgeable sales staff to do whatever it takes to proudly serve them and to get the job done. So here's to the first 90 years of local people serving local needs at Bender Lumber.
Boonville forced to take that time out, facing a 3rd and goal from about the 10-yard line. Took some time getting the play in from the sideline, so they don't want to lose any more yardage than what they have on this possession so far. They took it over, 1st and goal at about the 8. Now they've got it 3rd and goal at the 10.
Out of the shotgun formation, McCain looks as he got the single set back. Jones by him, put a man in motion to the right side, going to roll to the left, and we get a penalty flag here before the ball is snapped. Don't know if somebody
procedure on
legal motion.
Yeah, it was out here on the right-hand side with the receiver. He jumped just that little bit too early. That'll be the 3rd penalty of the night against Boonville. I think 25 yards against them, and makes as a 3rd and goal a little more difficult. Spot it down now at the, the 21-yard line?
Yes.
They keep going backwards.
Probably the first drive Boonville has kind of shot themselves in the foot so far, but they've still got a couple of downs to play with here. 3rd down and 18, the ball on the 21-yard line. Split 2 receivers to the left side. McCain out of the gun, working in the backfield with Jones. Splits Perigo to the right side, short side of the field. Looking to the right, now to the left. McCain fires it out of the flat. He's got a man there, but he's going to be caught immediately as that picked off by LG at about the 15-yard line. And a good job that time by the Rams secondary. Coming up through there was a Case, a gain of a couple on the play, down inside the 20 to about the 16-yard line. It'll be 4th and 13 at the 16 for Boonville. The first possession, they've been behind the chains here in this first half.
And the kicking game, not too bad for Boonville, but this is a kick a little bit too far for what they want to go for. So they will go ahead and keep the offense on the field on 4th and long.
Rams defense needs to make a stop and get some good positive momentum here closing out the half. But wait a minute, we got a penalty flag thrown in as the play clock was down to 0, and it's going to be a delay of game. And that will cost the Pioneers another 5 yards, as it had looked like in midseason form, and now this drive looked like first game form.
Yeah, they've unraveled it a little bit, had it deep in Paoli territory, but now a couple of penalties have helped push it back, and it's now that's 4 penalties against them for 30 yards. They'll have man-to-man coverage out here on the outside. see if they want to pick on Beckley again.
4th and 18. McCain rolling to his right, sets, fires it from the 35 back to the end zone, and it's dropped. It went through a hand of one of the Ram defenders, Beckley, but unable to hold it back at the end zone line. Coming up through there was Perigo, and the Rams defense holds and gets the turnover on downs.
Took advantage of a couple of penalties against Boonville after turning it over deep in their own territory, and that means that Paoli will take it over offensively. Still 2:59 to go here in the first half of play. Paoli way behind right now. They need something positive to go on this drive.
Haven't had a big play yet.
Nope.
Would be nice to break one here.
They've been close with a couple of the passes that have just been off the target or have been deflected at the last second by Boonville.
Coming up to the line of scrimmage, Cooper Spires puts a man in motion to the left side. Now comes back, going to keep it, fakes the toss, cuts upfield. He's out across the 25 near the 26-27-yard line as Spires gets a nice run that time for the Rams. Pick up of close to 7 on the play, make it second down at 3. Rams go to no huddle, go to the race car formation here late before halftime, trailing 27-0. Beckley in motion. Fake the counter play, hand it off. Here's Hannon. He's got a first down and more. He's across the 40, pushing that pile forward out near the 42, 43-yard line, close to 12, 13 yards on the play. And in there on the tackle will be Zane Strahl, number 25. But the Rams have their best drive of the night so far here right before half.
Just the second first down of the night for Paoli. They got one on their very first possession of the half, and it's taken them this long to get another one.
First down and 10 at the 43-yard line. Spires under center. Put a man in motion to the left side. He's going to roll to the right, looking downfield, looking, fires it over the middle, and it is caught by Sullivan. He is hit immediately in Boonville territory at the 47-yard line, driven all the way back near the line of scrimmage, but the forward progress is where it will be marked. A gain of 9, make it second down and 1.
Paoli going to go quick, get on the ball. They've still got time, but not a whole lot of it.
Second down and 1. Out of the flex bone offense, Spires under center for Paoli. Gets a snap. He's going to hand it off to the fullback. That's Hannon backing his way down to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. That'll stop the clock momentarily and give Paoli first and 10 at the 45 with a minute 35 to go here before intermission.
Yep, signs of life out of that Paoli offense. They're getting a little bit of a push and getting some pass protection right now.
First down and 10 for the Rams. But Chase in motion down the left side and hand it off, but nowhere for Tyler Hannon to run. That time snuffed out perfectly right at the point of attack. Kleiner in there on the tackle along with 51 Hudson. See that Padgett not in the game. He hadn't been in the last couple of series, standing over on the sideline. So apparently Dane's suffering some type of injury here in the middle part of this second quarter, and Rams are going to have to go without one of their best players, and as we documented in the pregame, already hit hard by injuries.
Yeah, they've got so many injuries at the very beginning of the year, not nearly at full strength.
Second and 11 out of the gun, pressure on. Spires steps up, fires it down to Sullivan. Sullivan battles with the defender, and the flag may go on Sullivan as he was back there working one-on-one in that secondary as he was battling with Logan Strawley, number 6, at about the 15-yard line. That flag will stop the clock and would probably be called pass interference on the offense. It will be. But everybody just got a little handsy there, and Ian was more handsy than the defender that time, and he will be flagged for that personal, or should say for the pass interference.
Yeah, that ball just kind of hung up there for a while, gave the official back there plenty of time to focus on what was going on, and more than anything, it was Sullivan that made the initial contact, just kind of put that hand out, gave a little push, and the official right on top of it. That'll make it second and forever for Paoli.
Ball all the way back on the Rams' 39-yard line. They've got to get it to the Boonville 35. That'll be second down at 26. As this time under center, Spires. Spires hands it off again to the fullback. No running room at all that time for Tyler Hannon. Stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Kleiner in there on the tackle for the Boonville defense. Also joined in there by big number 75, Braden Mays. Gain of 1 maybe on the play, and the Rams will not have to run another play here before halftime, and they will let the clock roll down as it's been all Boonville here in this first half of play as they lead it by a score of 27-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Rams will get a chance here to regroup, hopefully, and get something going in this second half, as the best drive of the night was right here before half, before the pass interference on the offense was called. And that'll send us to the locker room here at Bennett Field in the opening game of the season on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Boonville 27, Paoli 0. We'll return. We'll begin our halftime report being brought to you by Whitfield Investments. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Inflation and other economic factors can keep you from getting the best results from your investments. Raymond James financial advisor Jamie Sullivan may be able to help you find ways to stay ahead of inflation, save money on your taxes, and prepare for retirement. Call Jamie Sullivan at 812-849-2670, located in Mitchell, for an appointment. Raymond James & Associates, Incorporated. Member of the New York Stock Exchange, SIPC, Life Well Planned.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
Halftime at Bennett Field on the campus of Boonville Junior Senior High School. Our halftime report brought to you by Whitfield Investments. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how West can stay on track with your goals now and in the future. The tone of this game was set right out of the gate on the very first play as Boonville kicked off to Paoli. And it was a low line drive kick that got across to about the Ram 45-yard line, hit one of the Ram up players on their kickoff return team, bounced off of him, spun around there in the middle of the field around the black and gold B, and before we knew it, all of a sudden Boonville had come up with it, and they were in great field position as they started their first drive of the night at the Paoli 47-yard line. A big pass play by the offense moved the ball down to the 2-yard line, and then Grant Davis scored his first touchdown of the night on a 2-yard run. That made it 6-0 with 10:18 to go, and Kelly's extra point was good, made it 7-0. Paoli gets the ball back on their own 31-yard line. They get it 4th and 2 at the 39. They're able to convert, but then a penalty moves them back, and that stalls out that drive, and they are forced to punt. Boonville at the 22-yard line, as that's where the punt rolled down, but they were able to move it downfield. They actually went a total of 78 yards. They had one touchdown call back on a penalty on a touchdown pass at the back of the end zone, but able to, again, keep it going. They get a 4th down and 1 at the 10-yard line, but then an offside penalty moved it back, but that didn't stop them as Davis able to run it in as he made it a 5-yard touchdown run to make it 13-0 with 11:55 to go in the first quarter play. That was the very first play of that second quarter, and it was Boonville up 14-0 on the extra point by Kelly. Rams get it back their next drive, not bad field position at their own 33-yard line. However, they get a 4th and 3 at the 40-yard line, and then they tried to run, but a penalty was called on Boonville. In fact, it was a dead ball penalty. The Rams came up short. They got stopped, but then that penalty was added on after the Rams had to give the ball up, and Boonville got it at their own 44-yard line. But the Pioneer offense was dialed up one play, 56 yards. It was a 56-yard touchdown run by Grant Davis, made it 20-0 with 9:53 to go. The Kelly PAT was good, and it was 21-0. Rams needed to get a drive going and something good, positive on the offense. But again, they turned the ball over, this time a fumble, and it was recovered by Hudson at the 40-yard line. And Boonville was set up again, ready to go at their own 40. One play, a 40-yard touchdown pass from McCain to Perigo. That made it 27-0 with 8:26 to go. The extra point was no good, and it was a 27-0 ball game. Boonville kicked it off. The Rams got it at their 20, a quick 3 and out. The punt only went 21 yards, and Boonville had it at their own 41-yard line of Paoli, I should say, a short field. This time the Rams defense comes up, an interception by Ian Sullivan at the 4-yard line to stem the tide. The Rams, though, have a long field to go, and what do? They fumble it right back, and Boonville recovers at the 13-yard line of Paoli. But Boonville then gets in their own way on this particular drive. They go backwards and, in fact, end up turning the ball over on downs at the 21-yard line. Rams get the ball back with a couple of minutes to go and get their best drive going. In fact, they got it across midfield, but then an offensive pass interference play on Paoli moved them back across on their side of the 50, and that's where the drive ends as we go into halftime here at Bennett Field in the opening game of the 2025 season, and it is Boonville on top by a score of 27-0. When we continue with the Whitfield Investments halftime report, Bert Pettigo will take a look at some of the team and individual stats in these first two quarters of play. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed special advocate program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call Robin Brown today and tell her that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
When you suffer the loss of a loved one, you can count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli. They have a 55-year history of serving the needs of families in Orange and surrounding counties. They provide only the best professional services in the most compassionate manner to care for you during this difficult time. You can always count on the Dillman Scott Funeral Home, as generations of families have done for many years. Call 812-723-2276 today. We're here when you need us the most. Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli.
Well, we're at the half. The Whitfield Investments halftime report continues as we take a look at some of the stats from first half action. Paoli, they'd like to basically throw out the first half and start it all over again if they could. The stats not impressive at all, not what you're used to seeing out of a Paoli football team. As far as the total offense in the first two quarters for Paoli, 65 yards of offense is all they could manage against this Boonville team. For Paoli, 56 of those yards came on the ground, 9 as a result of passing. Breaking it down to the individual totals as far as rushing, Tyler Hannon, as expected, leading the way, but his total just 37 yards on 12 attempts. So Boonville doing an excellent job of limiting his progress to just 3 yards per carry. Next on the list, Cooper Spires. He carries it 5 times in the first half, gained 20 yards. Dane Padgett carried it twice before he goes out with a left leg injury of some sort. Those 2 carries good for just 2 yards. And Chase Case, he carried it once in the first half and lost 3 yards on that one attempt. As far as the passing is concerned, Cooper Spires just 1 of 4 in the half for 9 yards, and that completion was good to Ian Sullivan. Again, the totals for Paoli, 56 yards rushing, 9 yards passing, total of 65 yards of offense in that first half of play. Now we're going to take a break. When we come back, we will flip the page to the Boonville side of things as the Whitfield Investments halftime report continues. Paoli trailing right now 27-0. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Calcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mixed asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Calcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Calcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
Hi, this is John Bender. Since 1931, Bender Lumber has been providing superior service along with quality, innovative building products at fair, competitive prices. In communities throughout southern Indiana, our locations are the primary supplier to residential builders, professional remodelers, as well as do-it-yourselfers who rely on our knowledgeable sales staff to do whatever it takes to proudly serve them and to get the job done. So here's to the first 90 years of local people serving local needs at Bender Lumber.
One half in the books. We're at the half. The Whitfield Investments halftime report continues as we take a look at some of the Boonville stats and what would add up to a 27-0 advantage for the Pioneers here at half. As far as the offensive totals, they totaled 228 yards in the first half, 132 on the ground, 96 as a result of passing the football. Breaking it down to the individual totals, as far as the rushing is concerned, Grant Davis, an excellent first half, 10 carries, 95 yards, including a long of 56 for a touchdown. Mason Jones, he got in there for a couple of carries himself, gained 36 yards on those. Braden Egley, he carried it once and gained 4 yards in that first half. And Jackson McCain, out of that quarterback spot, he carried it once for a single yard. As far as the passing game is concerned, McCain started hot but cooled down. He finished the first half 5 of 9 overall for 96 yards. The completions, 2 of them to Aiden Perigo for 42 yards. Jordan Paul had 1 catch for 32. Braden Egley and Tyler Kleiner both with 1 catch for 11 yards each. So again, 132 yards rushing, 96 yards passing, total of 228 yards of offense for Boonville in the first half of play. For Paoli, it's 56 yards rushing, 9 yards passing, and a total of 65 yards of offense for the Rams. We are at the half right now. 27-0 is your score. Boonville on top of Paoli. We'll take a break, and when we come back with the Whitfield Investments halftime report, we'll be taking a look at some of the team stats from first half action. You're listening to Rams Football on Mix 95.3.
At Raymond James, the financial well-being of our clients always comes first. We commit our energies, intellect, and knowledge to providing the highest level of service and delivering quality investment alternatives to help you attain your objectives. To find out more, call Raymond James Financial Advisor Jamie Sullivan at 812-849-2670 in Mitchell today and ask about his pledge to you. Raymond James & Associates Incorporated. Member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC. Life well planned.
Get ready for a day of fun, food, and gratitude. We're inviting you, our incredible customers, amazing community, active service members, and veterans to a special lunch on us. Join us on Friday, September 12th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at our Paoli Banking Center for our Customer and Community Appreciation Cookout. Treat yourself to lunch on us, indulge in a scoop of Springs Valley Swirls ice cream, and don't forget to enter our latest giveaway. It's our way of saying thank you for your support. Don't miss it. We can't wait to see you there. Springs Valley Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, the Whitfield Investments halftime report continues as we take a look at some of the team stats from first half action. A first half in which Boonville gets out to a 27-0 lead over Paoli. Looking at first downs, Paoli with just 3 first downs in the first half, all of them as a result of running the football. That's as compared to the 6 first downs for Boonville. And you would think with as big an advantage as they have as far as yards gained that they would have a bigger advantage there. But the big plays that go for touchdowns, they don't count as first downs. So Paoli or Boonville with just 6 first downs in that first half of play. As far as third down conversions, Paoli faced a third down 6 times and did not convert on any of those third down attempts. Boonville faced third down 4 times and converted just once. As far as the fourth down tries are concerned, Paoli was 1 out of 3 on the night or in the first half, and Boonville 1 out of 2. Turnovers, that was a big part of the first half. Paoli turned it over 3 times. The first time, it's credited as a fumble, but it was one of those hard kicks that just happens to hit one of the up men and goes back to the kicking team. And that's the way it started for Paoli. So 3 fumbles lost for the Rams so far tonight. As far as Boonville is concerned, only 1 turnover. That was a interception thrown down close to the goal line. As far as penalties, 4 penalties on each team, and each team has been penalized a total of 30 yards. Scores by the quarters, Boonville was up after 1, 7-0. Second quarter, Boonville outscores Paoli 20-0. And Boonville, the Pioneers, they lead Paoli 27-0 as we get ready for second half action. The Whitfield Investments halftime report, sponsored by West Whitfield. Call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how West can help you stay on track with your goals now and in the future. We'll take another break, get you ready for second half action. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
In need of a financial checkup? Consider Whitfield Investments for comprehensive investment advice and wealth management services. As a passionate Paoli native, Wes Whitfield places the needs of his clients first as he works to grow a stronger, financially savvy community of investors, families, and individuals. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals, both now and in the future.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed special advocate program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call Robin Brown today and tell her that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
Rams find themselves in a very unfamiliar position over the last 3 or 4 years. The last time that they were in a position like that, I should say, was a couple of years ago in that sectional championship game down at North Posey. But since that point in time, as we mentioned, the Rams came into tonight's game with a 17-game regular season winning streak that looks like it will come to a halt here tonight.
Yep.
As the last time the Rams did lose in regular season, it was here at Bennett Field. And, in fact, this will be the 4th meeting of these 2 schools, and it looks like it will be the last, at least for a while, because this is the end of the 4-year contract between Boonville and Paoli, as the Rams already have a deal in place to open up the season next year against Jennings County, and that will be a home game at Cook Field. So instead of traveling to the west to open up the season in the future, the Rams will be going east over to take on another 4A school in Jennings County. But Paoli just got to put that first half behind them. They got to regroup, see what we can do, and start getting something positive here in this third quarter of play. Problem is, though, the Boonville Pioneers will be getting the kickoff to start this second half, and the Rams, they set a nice tone on their last couple of defensive possessions. Let's see now if they can start to string those together a little bit here in quarter number 3 and 4, as Paoli will be kicking it off for the first time here tonight.
Yeah, and you're just wanting to string together positive plays if you're Paoli. Get something out of this ball game. You got beat up and pushed around in the first half. Now come out, make some plays, and show that what you've worked on leading up to this point hasn't been forgotten. See if they can't get something positive out of it.
Rams will kick it off. Alvaro Gavina, the exchange student from Spain, sees his first action here. We'd hoped to see him a couple of times in the first half with extra points, but that has not materialized, so he'll see his first varsity action in the States here. A different type of football for him.
Yeah, and he was talking with the official after he put the ball on the tee, and he's saying, now, did I do that right? Am I okay? What is it exactly that I need to do? And he's got it on the tee and is ready to kick it away.
Ed Lee along with Para go back deep to get the second half started. The Rams in a hole, 27-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting and Raymond James. High end over in kick going to be fielded by the up man at the 30-yard line, up to the 35, to the 40. Still pounding his way out near the 44-yard line. That's Planer, the big tight end, who, by the way, has already signed an agreement to go to Northern Illinois to play football next season. So he'll be taking his talents to the next level, and he gives a nice return as Boonville will have it 1st and 10 at their 44-yard line to start this second half of play. McCain is your quarterback. Davis back in there as well. Perigo and Paul are the wide receivers. Egley is your H-back, and Kleiner the tight end. First down and 10. Seen some big plays already in this first half. See how the second half goes. Rams stay with their 3-down linemen. Play action over the middle. Kleiner has it across midfield and a first down to the Rams' 44-yard line. As, again, nice design play that time by the Pioneers to go play action for the first time tonight and get a first down. Up front, Braden Mays, Eli Haas, Axton Hudson, Colton Gates, and Dakota Hall for the black-clad Pioneers here tonight at home in the opening game of the season. First and 10 in Rams territory at the 45-yard line. Ball right in the middle of the field. Stay in that spread shotgun formation. McCain, the 6'3 junior quarterback, he's going to hand it off to Davis. Davis up the middle, cuts right, now back up the middle. Hit as he gets down to the 39-yard line. Hannon in there on that tackle for the Rams along with Hamby, and it'll be a gain of 6 on the play. It's going to be Baker, Hamby, and Garcia up front for the Rams. Case, Hannon, Robbins, and Bonta along that linebacking core. Walls and Beckley, the corners. Sullivan and Spires are your safeties here for the Rams. As Boonville already moving down on this first play with 1 first down and now a second down and officially 4 at the 39-yard line. Split 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right. McCain out of the gun with 1 single setback. Hesitation, hands it off. Here's Davis. Man, he turns on the jets up the middle. He's across the 35, down inside the 30, and finally brought down at the 27-yard line. Again, got to that second level of the Rams defense. Hannon in there on the tackle along with Colt Bonta, but it is enough to move the chain. Another first down for the Pioneers in their opening drive of this third quarter.
Davis, with his first 2 carries of the second half, goes over the 100-yard mark. Now 12 carries, 113 yards. That's 8 first downs on the night for Boonville.
Ball marked on the right hash at the 22-yard line. First down and 10, actually at the 26-yard line, I should say. Out of the gun formation, handed off Davis again, straight up the middle, breaks a tackle. He's inside the 20, veers to his left, makes another cut to the left. He's to the 10, 5 to the corner of the end zone. Touchdown for Davis, his 4th of the night. And this one is a 22-yard touchdown run. And that time the offense for Boonville made it look pretty easy as Davis able to scamper into the end zone. And that moves the score up to a 33-0 margin in favor of the Pioneers. 9:58 to go here in the third quarter of play. Boonville looking to go for 2 to get it a running clock here if they can convert. The offense back out on the field. McCain has the 2-point conversion play that they want to run. If the Rams defense can hold them here. Little confusion. Now we get Egley switched over from the left to the right. Single set in the backfield is Jones with McCain. McCain out of the shotgun, drops back to pass, looking forced out of the pocket, rolling to his right over the middle, and it's going to be knocked down as he made a difficult throw, trying to go to his right and throw back to his left to Egley, but Egley was blanketed there by the Rams secondary, and the 2-point pass is no good, and that will keep the score at 33-0 in favor of Boonville. 9:58 to go here in the third quarter. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Looking for top-notch fuel that keeps your engine running smoothly? Pull into Riley Oil, your trusted supplier of marathon fuels. With convenient locations in Paoli, Orleans, and Hardinsburg, we've got you covered. Enjoy the ease of paying at the pump 24/7, or swing by Paoli where we'll pump the gas for you. Grab a snack and drink and be on your way with Riley Oil, fueling your journey every mile of the way.
Well, basically, the beat goes on for Boonville as they come out to start the second half, same way that they did the first half, going right down the field against this Paoli defense. They now lead it 33-0, and Boonville is ready to kick it off again.
56-yard touchdown drive as Jordan Paul will kick it off here for the Pioneers. Rams set up in their kickoff return, and Walls back deep for the Rams. See if Paoli can get something going here on their first offensive series. High end over end kick going back. It's going to hit inside the 5, bouncing around, finally picked up at the 10-yard line to the 15. Spears out to the right and then cut and brought down near the 20-yard line. As that time for the Rams, Cooper Spires on the return. And Paoli will have it 1st and 10, but they're out beyond the 20, exactly where they'll mark Cooper down. Looks like close to the 23-yard line and make it the 24. And that's where the Rams will have it 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line. Cooper Spires, the Rams quarterback. Beckley in the backfield along with Chase. And also Tyler Hannon at the fullback slot. The ends are Sullivan and Walls. Wyatt Baker, Landon Baker, the tackles, Avery Hambry, Colton Morgan, the guards, and Dom Garcia, the Rams center. 1st down at 10. Split 2 receivers out to the right side. Beckley in motion, comes to the right side, handed off to the fullback, and running out across the 30, out to the 33, 34-yard line. And that's Tyler Hannon. As Hannon came in a bit dinged up himself and now slow to go back. As he has his hands on his knees, he may have to come out, but another nice run by Tyler as he picked up 9 on that 1st down carry to make it 2nd down and 1.
It's been a tough night for Tyler. He's kind of been pushed around a little bit by multiple Boonville defenders. 13 carries, 46 yards for him.
If the Rams can get a 1st down here on 2nd down and 1 out of the flex bone, Beckley in motion, handed off again. Here's Hannon. He breaks free. He's got a 1st down out beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. So pick up another 8 on the play for the Rams as they're able to move the ball and get another down to set to work with. 1st and 10. It's Plainer, Minks, Hudson along that defensive line. Keller, Tyson, Beesing, Jones, and Holly, the linebackers. Perigo and Paul at the corners. And Davis is your free safety. Give Baker, Hamby, Garcia, Morgan, the other Baker, they being Landon and Wyatt up front here for the Rams. 1st down and 10 for Paoli at the 41-yard line. Put a man in motion left side, hand it off again to the fullback, twisting and turning and nowhere to go, but finally some positive yards. Don't know how he kept going and going. That's Trey Robbins this time on the carry. And Robbins worked hard for just 1 yard, and it'll be 2nd down and 9. Tackle in there made by Minks and Beesing.
That's just how hard Paoli's backs have had to run, though, just to pick up a yard. Robbins, good effort, held on to the football, took a couple of Boonville defenders to bring him down, and he now, after that 1-yard carry, will go out, and Hannon will check back in.
Out of the flex bone, 1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left. Both are in tight. Go down the right side. Spires keeps it on the option. Now he flicks it back to Beckley. Beckley running room across midfield. He's to the 45, hit and spun forward down near the 41-yard line. First time the Rams really have got to the edge tonight on that option play. And that time ran to perfection, and Beckley able to do a nice job to get the chains moving again, this time in Boonville territory, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, Spires, nice job getting around the end, and then the defense comes up to him, and at that last second, he'll pitch outside to Beckley. Beckley credited with 15 yards. That's another 1st down for Paoli, their 4th of the night.
1st down and 10. Handed off fullback right up the middle. It was Hannon. He breaks free over the left side, breaks another tackle. He's inside the 35 down near the 30-yard line. Just good hard running again by Tyler Hannon. Got into that second level of the defense before Logan Strawley brings him down. And Paoli, on their best drive of the night, had the down at the Boonville 30-yard line.
More like what we've gotten used to seeing out of Paoli offensively is that strong fullback dive and then mix in the option around the end. A couple of 1st downs on consecutive plays, and Paoli now in Boonville territory at the 30-yard line.
Pioneers lead it 33-0. 7 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Option again, right side. Toss it to Beckley. Beckley inside the 30. Gets hit as he gets close to the sideline at about the 26-yard line. Finally driven out of bounds by Davis, who came up from his free safety position. A gain of 3 on the play. Make it 2nd down and 7 as the ball marked officially at the 27-yard line.
Beckley running hard as he got around the outside. Next thing he needs to learn, in addition to running hard, you got to run with those pads. Keep that shoulder down so that you're delivering the blow as opposed to taking it.
We talked about Colton on the way down. He's waited his turn, and now he's got it.
He has, and he's always been a kid that will be around the football making plays.
2nd down, and we've got
somebody
penalty flag. The defense moved. I think the offense did too on that right side.
the receivers on the outside. And that's, again, one of those situations where you're anticipating the signal or the cadence, and that penalty will be the 5th of the night against Paoli.
Hopefully not the result we saw in the first half when the Rams had a good drive going and a penalty brought it to a halt. 5 yards marked off back to the 32, make it 2nd down and 12. Ball over on the right hash mark in Boonville territory. Rams looking for their first score of the night. Go to the flex bone formation. Underneath center. Turning, handing it off. Nope, going to keep its quarterback Spires. Spires down the right sideline and finally run out of bounds. Got that penalty back and more as Cooper steps out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Going to mark it at the 24-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 8 and a very manageable now 3rd down and 4, but definitely in 4-down territory.
What you wanted to do is get at least half of what you needed. They did that, and now a 3rd down and manageable. And, again, get at least half, make 4th down a little easier if you can.
Stepping out of bounds, stop the clock at the 5:53 mark of quarter number 3. 3rd down and 4 for the Rams at the 24. Spires under center, comes to the left side, going to hand it off again. Here's Hannon. Hannon moving that pile forward, gets upended near a 1st down. Going to be short, I believe, by about a yard. Needed to get to the 20 and got to the 21-yard line. Mays in there on the tackle for this Boonville Pioneer team, along with the number 70, Dakota Hall. And mark it back a little bit more. Actually going to be 4th down and 2 at the 22.
All right, Paoli's come this far. Let's see if they can go just a little bit further. This will be their 3rd 4th down attempt of the night. 1 out of 2 so far. Need to push up front and see if you can't get that yard that you need.
Out of the flex bone, go to the power with both ends in tight. Spires under center. He's just going to keep it, and then kind of the tush push as Hannah gets right behind him and bowls him forward between Avery Hamby, Dom Garcia, and Colton Morgan. And we haven't got an official signal yet. Yeah. Now we do.
Okay. I was going to say that was going to be awfully close. He needed a yard, maybe a little over that, and that's basically what he got.
Rams convert on another 4th down. Their 2nd, I believe, of the night.
2 out of 3 on the night. 7 first downs for Paoli. Most of them, all of them, as a result of running the football.
This drive started back at the Rams' 24-yard line, have got it down to the 20-yard line of Boonville. 1st down and 10. Out of the flex bone, underneath, Spires at center, gets the snap, going to hand it off. Here's running room right side, twisting and turning once again. Tyler Hannon, the senior fullback, playing with that knee injury, but not slowed down at all here tonight. Able to move that pile forward, a gain of 7 on the play, make it 2nd down and 3. As the ball at the 12-yard line. So Paoli, a good job of blocking up front and getting a little bit of push, something we didn't see in that first half.
No, didn't see much of that at all. Matter of fact, Hannon has already surpassed his first half totals as far as yardage. He's got 38 yards here in the second half and a total of 75.
2nd and 3 on the option. Here's Beckley. He gets to the right side, but nowhere to go. A real good job that time by Peyton Hawley, the outside linebacker. He played that perfectly, and the Rams actually lose a couple as it will be 3rd down and a long 4, short 5. Ball nestled right at the 14-yard line on that right hash mark.
Just not strong enough to run out of that tackle and got thrown to the ground. That'll bring up a 3rd down conversion attempt for Paoli. 0 for 8. On their 3rd down tries.
Rams break out of the huddle. Ball over on that right hash mark. 3rd down and 4 at the 14. Spires under center. Long count. Comes back. Going to hand it off. He gives it off to Hannon, but Hannon still breaks out of 1 tackle, but not the 3rd and 4th and driven back. He may get a yard or 2 when it's all said and done with his forward progress, but the Rams are going to again face another 4th down. As coming up to make the tackle that time is Logan Strawley, number 6. And Paoli faces another 4th down on this drive.
And Paoli, it's like they've run into that brick wall. The Boonville front 4, front 5, they're putting up a little bit more of a fight as it gets closer to their goal line.
All up there along with Kleiner, and anchoring the middle is number 51, Hudson. A big play here for the Rams. See if they can convert on their 2nd, 4th down of this drive. It's going to be 4th down and a long 3. And looks as though timeout going to be taken as the play clock rolls down to 1 second. and Coach Neil Dittmer avoids a penalty. But 2:29 to go here on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Third quarter, Boonville on top, 33-0. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Cowcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mixed asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Cowcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Cowcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
Well, best drive of the night for Paoli so far. Still haven't gotten any points out of it and are now facing a 4th and 3. Ball spotted down at about the 13-yard line. They need to get just inside the 10 to get a first down. Out taken there. Let's see what the coaches have drawn up.
The drive this time, the fullback dive along with the option have been the 2 primary plays. Fires under center, puts a man in motion to the left side, going to roll to the right, some pressure on, fires it into the corner, nobody there, going to be actually intercepted at the 1-yard line. I believe that was Davis who came up with it, but it was the pressure of the Boonville defense that got that play all out of sync, and Cooper Spires just threw it up, hoping that one of his teammates might come up with it, but instead it goes down as an interception and another turnover.
Yeah, one of those deals where you know it's 4th down. You've got to get rid of the football. You can't just drop back and take that sack. He's rolling out, throwing against his body, so to speak, and overthrew his intended target. That'll give it over to Boonville deep in their own territory with that big lead. And after Paoli got all that yardage, came up empty, and still 2:22 to go in the third quarter.
McCain at quarterback as they go to their spread formation deep in their own territory, 1st and 10 at the 2-yard line. Just a simple handoff in the backfield, but the Rams meet the runner. I believe that might be Davis. He's twisting and turning. Let's wait and see. As actually going to give it off to 25. That's a Zane Strahl for the first time tonight. Strahl in there. Junior at 6'2", 190, and nothing there as the Rams defense comes up with a big play that time as Garcia and Hamby in there along with Ross to make that play and see if the Rams can come up with a little bit of a defensive stand themselves.
No gain on the play. Strahl he couldn't break away from the tacklers, not near like what Davis has been able to do. A little bit smaller, not quite as fast. Let's see if Paoli maybe can match up with him a little better.
Well, Davis is back in there now, and 2nd down at 10. Fake the handoff over the middle, and the ball is going to be caught. Plainer came through. He was diving down. That looked as though that might have went through the hands of one of the Ram defenders. Plainer made a nice catch in a lot of traffic there for a pickup of 7 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a short 3, long 2. As the ball marked out right at the 10-yard line.
All right, let's see if Paoli had a good drive offensively last possession. See if they can get the stop defensively and get that ball back.
1 minute to go here in the third quarter of play. Rams trail at 33-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Out of the spread gun formation, handed off to Davis again, breaks to the left side. He's got a first down and more. Cuts up to the left side across the 25 and finally brought down near the 30-yard line. Once again, able to get out of the shadow of his end zone with that speed and quickness. And the tackle finally made there for the Rams in the secondary by Chase Case. But it is enough, a big 3rd down conversion in the shadow of the goal line for Boonville to keep this drive alive out to the 30-yard line.
14 carries, 154 yards for Davis after that one. And that's now 9 first downs for Boonville on the night. Most of those as a result of running the football. Now they've got it in good field position out at the 30. You go away from that near your own goal line strategy to being able to open up the playbook.
Got to run one more play before the end of the third quarter. McCain out of the gun. Jones in the backfield. Handed off to Jones, and he's going to be throwing for loss. No, he spins out of a tackle and actually got some positive yards out to the 31-yard line. What a Houdini move that time. Looked like Dom Garcia had him wrapped up. But give him credit, Jones did not give up, and he ends up turning something out of nothing, a gain of 2 to make it 2nd and 8 to bring the third quarter of play to a close. At the end of 3 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, it's Boonville 33, Paoli 0. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
Craving bold flavors and a fiesta for your taste buds? Come to El Compadre Mexican Restaurant, now open at their brand new location in Paoli at 300 East Main Street. For sizzling fajitas to cheesy enchiladas and the best Mexican food around, it's a flavor-packed party you won't want to miss. Visit us in Paoli or check out our other locations in West Baden, Orleans, Mitchell, Bedford, and now Palmyra. El Compadre, where the flavor is as bold as the fun. Open Monday through Thursdays and Sundays from 11 to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturdays from 11 to 10 p.m.
2nd down and 9, the go route, and open down the right sideline is Jordan Paul at the 40-yard line, but he drops it. He got behind the defense that time, ran a little bit of a route where he kind of lulled the defender to sleep and then turned on the jets and got by him, and fortunately for the Rams, he was unable to haul that ball in, or that could have been another touchdown, but if it wasn't going to be, it was going to be a big first down.
Yeah, for the most part, Paoli defensively has been able to stay with the receivers. But in that case, they were nowhere near 10 yards at least between the nearest defender and the receiver, and he was just so wide open, and it hit him in his soft spot, hit him right in the hands. He was ready to run for that touchdown before he put the ball away.
3rd down and a long 8 timeout going to be taken, though, first by Boonville. Just didn't have the white personnel and unit in there that they wanted with 11:53 to go here in this fourth quarter of play at Bennett Field, 33-0 in favor of the Pioneers, who led it 27-0 at the half. Then they came out and scored the very first touchdown of this second half of play to start the third quarter. They went for the 2-point conversion to try and get a running clock, but that 2-point conversion pass was knocked down by the Rams defense, and then Paoli just turned the field on them and went from their own 24 all the way down inside the 15, but just could not finish off that drive.
Yeah, just in that one possession, Paoli matched all of the offensive totals that they had in the first half of play. Hannon was running strong like you would expect and getting some push from his offensive line, and they were making some plays on the outside as well. The one play that stands out is that pitch as Spires goes around the end of Beckley. It was a 15-yard gain, but those plays didn't amount to a score, and Paoli still shut out on the scoreboard.
3rd down and a long 8. Ball at the 31-yard line of Boonville, their own 31, out of the spread gun formation. McCain back to pass, rolls to the right, pressure on. Hit as he throws, and it's going to be tipped up and nearly intercepted at the 45-yard line. Clanner was back there with Spires and Chase as well. And it comes down as it ended up actually Clanner had to become a defender instead of a receiver that time as the Rams had him outnumbered, and it's going to be 4th down.
He was basically the only receiver in the pattern that time. Paoli had 3 defenders around him. They were able to nearly come up with it. As you mentioned, Clanner, he comes from offense to defense basically and knocks it down.
Clanner will be back to punt as Wall sets up back at the 30-yard line. Bobbled by Clanner, finally going to get it out of there. Goes off the side of his foot and going to hit out of bounds close to the 40-yard line. Let's see where the officials will come up and mark it. Going to stop right at the 40-yard line, and that's where the Rams will have it 1st and 10, their own 40-yard line to start this drive with 11:40 to go, looking for their first score of this ball game. As Boonville, for the most part, has had complete control on both sides of the football here tonight. Paoli, though, making a fight out of it here in this second half, only giving up the 1 score and threatened to score. And see if this time it's the Rams' turn to get into the end zone and avoid a shutout here in the opening game of the year.
Yeah, third quarter, a little bit more of what you would have expected coming in. Boonville's got the advantage as far as the manpower. But Paoli, you would expect them to be able to match that physicality. And first half they just didn't. Second half they have.
Spires out of the formation of the flex bone, put a man in motion to the left side, comes to the left side, keeps it on the option, turns upfield to the 45, to the 50, 45-40, down the sideline he goes to the 35-30, and finally Davis drives him out of bounds as the Rams get one of the few chunk plays of the night. Takes him all the way to the track, and finally going to be marked out at the 25-yard line, but we got a penalty flag back at the 40-yard line of Boonville.
And might be a hold against Paoli as they tried to set the edge over there when Spires, he was going, he fakes inside, so the block sets up that way, and then when the defender tries to break away or pull away to the outside to follow Spires, it's obvious right there that he's being held. So that basically goes a 20-yard run on the part of Paoli, and they'll move it back 10 yards with the penalty.
So it'll be a first down at midfield when it's all said and done. We've had a couple of those plays that go down the field, then back the field, and then finally settle in between here tonight.
5 penalties against Paoli, 45 yards against them.
Rams go to the flex bone formation, 2 receivers to the right side. Come down the right side, hand it off to the fullback, Hannon. He goes right up the gut, down near the 46, 47-yard line, be a gain of close to 4 or 5 on the play. Kleiner in there on the tackle along with Hudson, actually mark it down back further, giving 3, and it'll be second down and 7.
19 carries for Hannon now, 78 yards. Remember, at halftime, he had only 37, so he's got to 41 here in the second half. Been running strong, and that's with Boonville knowing that he's going to be the one getting the football.
Second down and 7 for the Rams on offense. Ball at the 47-yard line. Put a man in motion. Bonta down the left side on the option. Now the flip got to Bonta, but he'll be throwing for a loss as Spires thought he could maybe get 1 or 2, but was hoping that the pitch man might be able to get around to the edge and get more. But the defense set up perfectly that time by this Boonville Pioneers as Kyle Fisher, number 84, was out there at that outside linebacker spot. It'll end up being no gain on the play. It'll be third down and 7 for the Rams as we near the 10-minute mark of the fourth quarter, and Boonville on top, 33-0.
Now, Spires looking for a little extra that time. Probably should have just held on to it. He had a nice little gain going when he pitched it over to Bonta, and Bonta was covered. He had to be thinking to himself, don't throw it. And the Spires did anyway.
Ended up middle, big running room by the fullback, Tyler Hannon. He'll have a first down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Gain of 12 on the play, and now to move the chains for the Rams. And they'll have another set of downs to work with here inside the 40-yard line at the 39. As the tackle coming up that time, Zane Strahl, number 25, in there is one of the linebackers, and also joined there by Dallas Beesing. Both Dallas and his brother on the team here, his brother Miles, and in fact their dad is one of the coaches on this ball club as well. For head coach John Batts in his first year here at Boonville. First and 10, Bonta in motion to the left side on the option, keeping it as a quarterback, Spires. Spires turns upfield, brought down right at the 35-yard line. Peyton Hawley, the outside linebacker, makes the tackle. It'll be a gain of 3, make it second down and 7 for the Rams offense.
Spires, the carries starting to add up for him. He's carried it 9 times now and has gained 52 yards. He and Hannon, between them, 29 carries total. Remember, Padgett was expecting a big night out of him. He went out with that lower leg injury in the first half.
Second down for the Rams and 6. Ball at the 35-yard line. Put a man in motion, coming to right side, but hold everything.
Somebody leaning up there, I think. Yep, leaning on the line.
Cost the Rams 5 valuable yards.
That'll be 7 penalties against Paoli, total of 50 yards against them. Not a situation where you can really afford it. It was second down and 6, maybe 7. Now make it second and 11.
Prior to that, though, the Rams have had some untimely penalties in this ball game that killed a couple of drives, but it looked like they were on the move.
Yep.
Ball marked back at the 40. That'll make it second down and 11. Ball on the Boonville side of the 50, over on the left hash mark. Rams break out of the huddle to the flex bone. Spires goes under center. Only seen him out of the gun on a couple of times here tonight. comes down the line. Keep it on the option. He turns upfield. He's got running room up the middle, still on his feet. He's down near the 30 and finally wrestled down to the turf at the 27-yard line. And that'll be enough for a first down as he picks up 13 yards on the play. Cooper Spires a nice run on the quarterback keeper. And that'll give the Rams another set of downs to work. First down and 10 at the 28.
Well, Paoli has gotten to double-digit first downs now, 10 on the night, 7 of them here in the second half of play. Let's see if they can keep the drive going. They are inside the Boonville 30, getting close. See if they can punch it across.
Starting to see a few new numbers in there for this Boonville defense, but Robbins in motion here on the option. He gets it on the pitch. Now he cuts inside after the hit, but just good penetration that time on the right side of that defense of Boonville. And the man that set the edge was number 4, Dawson Keller. And Robbins had nowhere to go, and it'll be a loss of 2 on the play for Paoli.
Now, Boonville defensively had everything covered that time. Had the fullback covered, had the quarterback covered on the option outside, and had the pitchman covered even further outside, and wound up with a loss of 2 on the play.
7 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter of play from Bennett Field. All Pioneers tonight leading at 33-0 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Spires under center on second and long, put Robbins in motion. He's going to drop back to pass, looking pressure on. Out of the backfield, he's got Bonta over on that left side, or make that rather Beckley, and Colton had to wait for it, and by that time the defender was there and kind of lost sight of it. It sails out of bounds, incomplete.
He's having to wait on it. Then he knows the sideline is coming up on him. He had to kind of spin back to his right when the ball should have been thrown maybe a little bit to his left. And as a result, it falls incomplete. Third down and long now for Paoli. Still have not converted on a third down so far tonight. This will be their 9th attempt.
Third down and 12 for Paoli. Clock stops with the incompleted pass. Out of the flex bone, Spires goes under center. Hannon is your fullback on third down and long. Going to turn, hand it off to Tyler. He goes up the middle, but not much running room this time. Snuffed out by that defense. They were waiting to plug up the hole in the middle of that line. Holly comes up to help out, but the big job was done by 84, Kyler Fisher, and also number 51, Axton Hudson. A gain of 1, make it now fourth down and 11. The ball at the 29-yard line of Boonville.
All right, let's see if we can't put it up in the air this time. You've got Walls along with Sullivan. They've been setting up camp over here to the right. See if you can't get them maybe a little out or out and up. That might just work.
Spires goes under center on fourth down and 11. He fakes a handoff, comes to the right side on the option. He cuts upfield, avoids one tackler, but going to be coming up short at the 23, 24-yard line. And the Rams will turn it over on downs after they got the ball in good field position at their own 40. But they just could not keep the chains going. And the Boonville defense turns them back with 5:57 to go. And it'll be Pioneer football. They'll have it first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And pretty well story of the night. Paoli can gain some yards at time, but cannot get it into the end zone against that Boonville defense. It's like, they're getting backed up, and then all of a sudden they say, nope, no more, and they shut the door on Paoli.
New quarterback in will be Matthew Herring. He's 5'10", 175, and a junior. And with all of the changes, Boonville has not have enough players, or do they have too many on? I believe they have 12, and they're trying to say, okay, should I be on? No, should I be on? Mason Jones trying to figure out if he's the man that should be the H-back or not. Apparently, he went out there, and he was not supposed to be out there. 5:57 to go here in the ball game, 33-0 in favor of Boonville. They jumped out to a 27-0 lead at the half, scored on their first offensive possession of the third quarter. But since that time, it's been a stalemate here. Rams have threatened a couple of times, but just have not been able to stick it in the end zone here tonight, as the opening game of the season will be a loss for Paoli and snap that 17-game regular season winning streak. The last time, as we told you earlier tonight, was here at Bennett Field the last time that the Rams lost a football game in regular season. As that timeout taken, and get all of the personnel situated here for Coach John Batts and his second unit. Still some of the first unit out there. We see Aiden Perigo at one of the ends along with Jordan Paul, as Herring at quarterback will be out there in the shotgun formation. Going to hand it off. Nope, going to fake it. Goes over the middle. Great play action. Trying to get Wyatt Saylor over the middle. But Saylor sees it sail through his hands. Incomplete. As, again, good coverage that time by the Rams secondary. As Chase Case in there for the Rams. Seen a lot of action tonight with the injury to Dane Padgett. Had to make some quick adjustments on both sides of the football, did the Rams coaching staff here tonight. Second down and 10 with 5:53 to go on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Herring again out of the shotgun formation in the backfield. Going to hand it off right side, looking, trying to dance around. Not much running room at all. And Rams able to finally hold down the running back.
I think that was Stroll again.
Yeah, Stroll, number 25 in there. We've seen him a couple of times. Zane is 6'2", 190, and a junior. As he'll stay in there at that running back position. Davis had a big night earlier here. He had 4 touchdowns in this ball game, and what a way for a senior to start off his senior season here tonight at home. It's going to be third down and 7. Ball at the 25-yard line of Boonville. Still a little confusion.
Well, yeah, never a good thing when your center goes back to the quarterback to talk.
Out of the shotgun formation, Rams look to blitz. Instead, going to go on the inside handoff, coming over on the right side, but the Rams snuff it out perfectly. Trip Kelly gets his first carry of the ball game as they tried that inside handoff. Saw it really earlier in this game, but Egley, who got a few yards, but nothing there for the H-back for Boonville, and it'll be fourth down, and the Rams defense comes up with a big stop, and it'll be time to punt. As again, we see some new numbers out there for the Rams. Max Cunningham, number 7 out there. Albertson, number 14. Cade Wall is going to drop back deep for Paoli to receive the punt from Kleiner. Still running some players on here. A lot of time, though.
No, you go off. No, you stay. You go off.
Now, Coach, do I go off or not? I don't know if they've got 11 out there or not. There's a high snap. Kleiner will come down with it. It comes again off the side of his foot towards the Boonville sideline and will not make it to midfield. And the Rams will have great field position with only 4:12 to go here in the fourth quarter of play at Bennett Field, as the side judge says. Going to be at the 49-yard line of Boonville for Paoli to start this drive.
The Keystone Cops kind of thing going on out there. That's what it looked like on the punt team for Boonville. And now it's looking almost the same with the defensive unit. They want to make some substitutions, and not everybody's paying attention on the sideline.
Really haven't got this far in the season. Again, tomorrow, I believe this will be the junior varsity. These two teams will meet at noon. Okay. So finally getting some guys in and out that will probably see each other again tomorrow.
Yep.
Spires, though, on 1st and 10 at the 49. Put Robbins in motion, going to hand it off. That's the fullback once again, Hannon. Hannon maybe 2 tough yards to the 47-yard line as he is upended by Strawley coming in at the middle linebacker spot in this defense, along with Axton Hudson, who stayed in there. He's one of the seniors and played well on the defense tonight for these Boonville Pioneers. And as I say his name, he'll come out for the final 3:49.
22 carries, 89 yards for Hannon, and might just about be time to get him out of the ball game, seeing as how he came in with a little bit of a knee injury.
Gain of 1 officially, second down and 9. Spires under center. 1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left. In motion comes Beckley. Going to hand it off once again to Hannon as Spires and Hannon just hugging that football, and finally Tyler takes it away from him. Get another 1 tough yard on the play to make it third down and 8. Kyle Fisher, the sophomore, in there on the tackle. Ball marked at the 48-yard line with 3:10 to go. Third down and long for Paoli.
And Spires came away a little frustrated that time. I think he wanted to take it back, but Hannon just would not let go of it. Spires maybe had enough room to gain 2 or 3 out here to the outside, but Hannon holds on. Better to let him hold on to it than to fumble it in the process.
See what the Rams do on third down and long at the 48. Robbins in motion to the left side. Here comes the guard pulling. It's going to be the option. No, a pass play. Throw it out into the flat. It's going to be caught by Sullivan near the 40-yard line. That's going to be just a bit short of the first down marker. Rams needed to get it to the 39. They got it to the 40, and it's going to be fourth down and 1.
Might as well go for it. Paoli on the night, 2 out of 5 so far on fourth down tries. That was their 10th third down try of the night. Have not made it on a third down yet tonight.
That
got close.
Needs to go way up if you're going to be successful. Hand it off to Hannon. He's got a first down and more. He's to the 35 and finally brought down at the 33-yard line. Needed 1 and got 7 on the play. And that'll move the chains. Bryce Minks in there on the tackle for the Boonville defense. And Paoli will have it first down and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Hannon getting close to that 100-yard mark. 24 carries now, 97 yards. He's had to work hard for it. That's just about 4 yards per carry on the night.
Well under 2 minutes to go in the ball game, 33-0. Boonville on top. Rolling to the right side is Spires looking downfield. Fires it over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete as out there trying to stretch out and get it was Robbins. And, I mean, he was left defenseless, and he got the wood laid to him by Easton Wilson coming up, who got a free shot at him on an incomplete pass.
Yep, got the shot at him. Fortunately, Robbins bounces right back up. He gets back to the huddle and is ready to go one more time. Robbins, fullback, so you're not going to hurt him. Not with a hit like that. You're going to have to bring somebody with you.
5'10", 170 is Trey, a junior for Paoli. Play clock down to 10. Rams break out of the huddle. Go to the flex bone formation. Wall splits out wide to the right side. Sullivan to the left on second down and 10. Out of the gun. Spires back to pass. Fires it out in the flat, and it is a one-hopper to Sullivan right at the 29-yard line. Incomplete, and it'll be third down and 10.
Another third down for Paoli. Let's see. Let's get one now. Third down and 10. Ball spotted down there at the 33-yard line, so they need to get just inside the 23 for the first down. They always put it up a couple of times on this series of downs at least, and let's see if they don't do it one more time.
Cooper Spires has the play call from the sideline. 135 is all that's left here on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Spires out of the gun formation on 3rd and 10 at the 33 of Boonville. Spires gets the snap, drops back to pass. Pressure is on, flushed out of the pocket, fires over the middle. It's going to be intercepted at the 25-yard line. Has a nice job of undercutting the route that time for Boonville. Will be number 14. Well, they're going to say it's Lauderdale. Okay, so Sutter Lauderdale, number 30, comes up with the INT. I thought it might have been stepping up there was Wilson, but Lauderdale with the interception. And for the Rams, another turnover. That's their second here in this half as far as interceptions.
Second interception of the night. They turned it over 3 times on fumbles in the first half. Total of 5 turnovers against Paoli. Just a minute 28 to go. See if Boonville will take a knee or not.
Boonville, as last possession, saw their backup quarterback, Matthew Herring, in. It looks like number 10 will stay in. Must be some of the fan favorites going in as well. They're getting a round of applause. Zane Strahl, number 25, will be there in the backfield as well.
Hey, Boonville, they've just got all kinds of people coming out to this football game tonight. All the home stands are full, and they're standing up around the top of the arena, basically.
Kind of overflowed as well over to the visitor side.
Yeah,
it's strange because there's actually more seating on the visitor side than the home side when it comes to bleachers, but like a lot of good home teams, everybody brings their chairs and sets up on the bank around here. It's kind of in the valley here, at least on our side, which is the north side of the field. And then, of course, over across the way is where the school is located. Our backside's right next to a residential area. Some guys got a pool back there. We thought about maybe calling the game from there.
They had the cookout going.
Yeah, they did. Handed off to the halfback. Running up through there will be Zane Strahl. Strahl tried to dance around after that penalty on Boonville for delay of game. It was 1st and 15, got a couple, make it 2nd down and 13 here with a minute 10 to go here in the ball game. Boonville just running out the string.
Yep, down to a minute. Right now, it'll be under that by the time the play goes off. Boonville, they use that system where the quarterback comes over, talks to the coach after each play. Sometimes it can get you in trouble, but not an issue so far tonight.
Boonville letting that play clock roll down here on 2nd down and 14. Herring out of the gun formation, hands it off to Strawley again. Strawley to his left side. It's still on his feet. Nice 2nd and 3rd effort as he stretches out near the 35-yard line. He'll pick up 9 yards on the play. Is finally being brought down there for the Rams on the defensive side. Young man we talked about a lot tonight here, that being Chase Case, who's been thrust into action with the injury to Dane Padgett. And
we'll have to run another one.
Do it. As Boonville and the Rams see the clock roll down, head to their respective sidelines to meet at midfield to congratulate each other. And there is Coach John Batt getting a water bath as the rookie head coach picks up his first win of his career in his first game, a home game. A win for Coach Batts and the Boonville Pioneers, and a shutout victory to boot as they defeat the Paoli Rams. Your final tonight on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, Boonville 33, Paoli 0. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Invest where it matters most, in the people and the potential of Orange County. Over the last decade, through the power of giving, the Orange County Community Foundation has helped thousands achieve their dreams, distributing numerous dollars in scholarships and grants from endowed funds. And we're just getting started. Scholarship applications will open soon, giving Orange County students the chance to unlock new opportunities, realize their full potential, and leave their mark on the world. Plus, be on the lookout for details on our unrestricted grants program, empowering local nonprofits to continue their philanthropic work and address the most pressing needs in our community. In 2024 alone, this grant cycle poured over $85,000 into our community, supporting many programs. Looking to make a lasting difference? Start a fund with us today and create a legacy that grows year after year. Call us at 812-723-4150 because your generosity shapes tomorrow. Together, we're building a better community. One scholarship, one grant, one legacy at a time.
Rams open up the season on the road and fall in a shutout to the Boonville Pioneers. The final again on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard, Boonville 33, Paoli 0. As we begin the Buddy's Food and Fuel on North Gospel Street in Paoli post-game report. This was a game the tone was set early as the Rams received the opening kickoff. They were set to go, but it was a line drive kick to start things off, a low-line drive that hit one of the up men of Paoli. Could not get his hands on it. Then when he tried to recover, he lost his footing, and the ball just spinning around the 50-yard line, and finally Boonville able to jump on top of it, and they got the recovery on that kickoff at turnover, and Boonville had it at the Paoli 47-yard line, and they moved the ball downfield, and Davis got his first touchdown of the night, a 2-yard run to make it 6-0 with 10:18 to go. The extra point by Kelly was good, and it was 7-0. Rams able to come back. They converted on a 4th and 3, but then a penalty halted the drive, and they were forced to punt. They pinned Boonville back to their 22-yard line, but Boonville able to move downfield. In fact, they had a touchdown on a pass play that was called back because of a penalty, so they just reset, and that meant Davis had a chance to run it in, and he did from 5 yards out. His second touchdown of the night made it 13-0 on the first play of the second quarter. The Kelly extra point was good, and it was 14-0. Rams come back at their own 33-yard line, have a 4th and 3 at the 40, but they cannot get a play off, a penalty called, and the Rams then forced to punt the ball away. And Boonville gets it at their own 44-yard line, and then a couple of lightning in a bottle plays. The first, a 56-yard touchdown by Davis. That made it a 20-0 ball game. The extra point was good, made it 21-0 with 9:53 to go. Then the Rams fumble. It is recovered by the Boonville Pioneers. This time Hudson able to recover at the 40, and Boonville wastes no time. A 40-yard pass play from the quarterback coming through there, McCain to Perigo. That made it 27-0 with 8:26 to go. The PAT was no good. So in a span of just over a minute and 30 seconds, 13 points put on the board by Boonville to really gap it out to make it 27-0. But the Rams, they come back. They tried right before half, had their best drive of that half, but they just couldn't get anything going. Time runs out, and we go to the locker room trailing 27-0. Boonville comes out, and they score on their very first possession of the third quarter. Another touchdown run by Davis, this one from 22 yards out. That made it 33-0. Boonville goes for the 2-point conversion to try and get a running clock, but the Rams a nice job to knock it down. and that kept the score at 33-0. Paoli then put on a great drive starting at their own 24, but then they come up empty on an interception at the 3-yard line, turned it over, and Paoli then could not get that ball into the end zone. But Boonville, a long field to work with at their own 2-yard line, but they end up punting the ball away as they got it out to the 40-yard line. The Rams get it at their own 40, but they turn it over on downs. They stop Boonville one more time, and Paoli at the 49 of Boonville, they move it down, but then an interception closes it out the game, and Boonville runs out the clock to win it here tonight. 33-0 as Boonville opens up the season 1-0. The Rams are 0-1. And we continue with the Buddy's Food and Fuel post-game report. We'll take a look at team and individual stats. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus. Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
We continue with the Buddy's Food and Fuel post-game report here as the Rams open up the season with a shutout loss to Boonville, 33-0. And, Bert, this is one of those games where the statistics will not lie. They'll tell you who the winner of this game really is.
Yeah, and for Paoli, it's basically a story of halves. First half, they had 56 yards or 65 yards of total offense. Second half, more respectable, with 135 yards of total offense, and that's more like what you would expect week in and week out. So they wound up totaling 200, but gave up well over 300 to this Boonville team. And, Boonville, they were content just to kind of run it and run some clock in that second half of play. Otherwise, I think they could have put up some even better numbers than what they did. As far as the totals for Paoli, mentioned they had 200 total yards of offense. 183 of that on the ground, 17 as a result of passing the football. Breaking down the rushing totals by individuals, Tyler Hannon leads the way. Credit him with 24 carries, 97 yards gained. He was just that close to another 100-yard gain. The rest of the way, Cooper Spires, 11 carries, 71 yards. Colton Beckley, he had 3 carries for 18 yards. Dane Padgett, just 2 carries tonight, 2 yards. He was limping into the locker room at halftime, so we'll catch up on Monday on Coach's Show about his status coming up. As far as the rest of the team, Colton Bonta, 1 carry, -1 yard. Trey Robbins, 2 carries, -1, and Chase Case with 1 carry for -3. Passing game. Stats look like this as Spires goes 2 out of 10 with 2 interceptions. He had 17 yards passing. Both of the receptions tonight to Ian Sullivan, he had 2 catches for 17 yards. As far as Boonville is concerned, they total 326 yards of offense tonight, had 228 at halftime, so Paoli holds them to 98 in that second half of play. Breaking it down by rushing and passing, Boonville 210 yards rushing, 116 yards passing. The individual totals as far as the rushing game, Grant Davis, good thing he made it to the game in time. He had 14 carries for 154 yards. Mason Jones, 4 carries for 37 yards. Zane Strawley, he had 4 carries for 14. Braden Egley, he had 1 carry for 4 yards, and Jackson McCain, the quarterback, 1 carry for 1 yard. As far as the passing is concerned, McCain had him 7 out of 13 on the night for 116 yards and a touchdown. The receptions, they go to Jordan Paul, 1 catch, 32 yards. Aiden Perigo, 2 catches, 42 yards. Braden Egley, he had 1 catch for 11. And Tyler Kleiner, he had 3 catches for 31. Team stats look like this. Paoli, 11 first downs on the night, 8 of them in the second half of play. Boonville, they had 9 first downs on the night. Third down tries, Paoli, 0 for 11 on their third down tries, unable to convert there. Boonville, just 1 out of 7 on their third down tries. Fourth down, Paoli went for it 6 times, made 3. Boonville, they went for it 3 times and made 1. Turnovers, big part of the game tonight. Paoli, 5 turnovers on the night, 3 fumbles lost, and 2 interceptions thrown. As far as Boonville is concerned, just 1 turnover. It was an interception. As far as the penalties, Paoli, 7 penalties, 50 yards. Boonville, 5 penalties for 35. Scores by the quarters, Paoli up 7 or down 7-0 after 1. Boonville outscores Paoli 20-0 in the second quarter. That got it to a 27-0 halftime score. Third quarter, that was the last of the scoring as Boonville put up 6 more. They had a total of 33. Paoli held scoreless the rest of the way, and it finishes 33-0. When the Buddies Food and Fuel postgame show continues, we'll get Coach Neil Dittmer in here for a few comments. You're listening to Rams football on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home, protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Rams fall on the road to open up the season here in 2025, 33-0 Boonville, your winner over Paoli. Head coach Neil Dittmer joins us now after this opening game of the season. And, Coach, it's one of those games where I hope when we look at the film it's not as bad as we thought it was and not maybe as good as we thought it was.
That first half, especially the first, after that first quarter there, we kind of responded a little bit, but I did not like how we came out and did anything in that first half very much.
Well, Coach, you kind of got the tone set there on that kickoff when that low-line drive went off one of our players and we just couldn't recover, and all of a sudden Boonville had some momentum, and to their credit, they were able to jump on it and take advantage of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Credit to them. They came out ready to go, and they executed really well all night long. Their offense was humming, and they did a nice job of being able to get the ball into that running back's hands and go put some scores on the board.
And conversely, Coach, we struggled on the offense to get anything consistently going.
We did. We had some stuff here and there. Thought we had some things that we liked. We just were not consistent tonight. The penalties. The pre-snap stuff just killed us, and then we get a few drives, and then we turn the ball over, and any of that kind of stuff is going to really kill us.
And we look at this game, Coach. They got those 2 big plays sandwiched in there by a Ram turnover. I think they scored like 13 points in a minute and a half, and that was just a killer.
Yeah, it was. Anytime you get turnover, the big play is just something that you should expect from the other team to try and capture that momentum, and they did exactly that with those 2 big touchdown scores.
Well, the good news is, though, Coach, you started to fight back right there at the end of the half and had a nice drive going, but unfortunately couldn't stick it in the end zone.
Yeah, again, had a nice drive going, then got behind the chains a little bit, and we're able to start to do some things, and we really challenged the kids at halftime. Like, it's time to you've been through a half now. You've been able to go through the bad of it. It's time to adjust, and let's go see what we got in the second half. What are you made of?
Well, it is what it is. In fact, you had some guys out there that had never been in this position and didn't know what it was going to be like. I mean, you can talk them up all you want, but until you experience it, it's a whole different animal.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a whole different animal. You're going against a Boonville squad that was definitely had this one circled. You could tell that they were ready to go and raring, and we were just so inexperienced. And it's that excuse has got to go away now.
Right.
You've got a game of experience, and it's time to go play some football.
opened up that third quarter. Boonville took it in, Coach, and scored the only score of that second half.
Yeah.
You came back, played much better defense, and really much better offense, but, again, just couldn't find the end zone.
Yeah, we had 2 or 3 drives there where I felt like, okay, this looks like Ram football.
Mm-hmm.
We were getting after it. We were getting really physical up front. Our slot backs were getting physical. Our receivers were getting in there being physical in their run game, and then just couldn't quite get to the next play, that final play to get in. We had a false start, and then we had a penalty that just really set us back in. We've got to be clean. That's such a big part of our offense is being clean up front, without holds, without pre-snap stuff. And if we're not clean, we're going to have a tough time.
Well, we know we can't be perfect, but we got to be close to it.
Absolutely. You're never going to be perfect, but if we can we hold those penalties down to 1 or 2, and mistakes down to 1 or 2, then we're in really good shape.
What did you tell your team in your huddle there, Coach, at the end of this game?
We've got a game of experience now. At the end of the day, this game isn't a conference game. It's not going to set us back in the conference. But it's time to go to work. Whatever you did mentally and physically to prepare yourself for this week, it didn't work. It's time to adjust, and let's go adjust on the fly, and let's see what type of improvement you can make from week 1 to week 2. And we've talked about this for years now. That improvement from week 1 to week 2 is something that's pretty astonishing to see, and that's my expectation, that we have this massive jump, and we're ready to go and really go compete against Gordon Central.
Well, it's a game, Coach, where you start the season off, you got to establish that baseline to see what needs to be done.
Absolutely, and this was not the product we wanted to put on the field tonight, obviously, and we're not happy with our results, with how we played, and we're going to go to work and get after it for week 2.
Well, I think this is a group, though, that will respond.
I think so. You've got a group of 14 seniors that have been humbled here a little bit, and now it's time to go to work to get to achieve the things that they want to go achieve.
Well, it won't be any easier next week, Coach, on the road against a very improving and good team in Gordon Central.
Absolutely. They've got athletes all over the field, very much improved. Coach Keller does a nice job of building with them, and we're going to have to go play our best football, and really we have to make that jump if we're going to go and be able to have a shot at go getting a win.
Coach, thanks for joining us. Have a safe trip home. We'll talk to you Monday on Coach's Corner.
Thanks, Dave. Go Rams. Be excellent.
Head Coach Neil Dittmer of the Paoli Rams. Stay tuned. You're listening to Rams Football on Mix 95.3.
Need a quick bite or cold drink or fuel for the road? Head to Betty's Food and Fuel, right across from Walmart at 656 North Gospel Street in Paoli. We're locally owned and operated and open Monday through Saturdays from 5 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 6 to 10 p.m. Enjoy competitive gas, daily food specials, a hot deli, fresh wraps, salads, and cold sandwiches. Need an ATM or lottery ticket? We have both. Find us on Facebook at Betty's Food and Fuel. For questions, call 812-203-0227. Betty's Food and Fuel, the one-stop shop.
Boonville jumped on the Rams early here tonight, scoring on their first 3 scoring drives. First 3 times they touched the football and jumped out to a quick 21-0 lead. Then a couple of turnovers led to some big plays by Boonville, and they broke it open at the halftime, 27-0. Scored first in that third quarter to make it 33-0, but then the Rams kind of settled down and started getting back into what they normally do, which was good to see. But the Rams, Bert, as Coach mentioned, just got to come out and be ready to play.
Yeah, and that's what he mentioned to me as he was walking away. Was he said pregame, he just saw it. They weren't ready to go mentally. They just were not ready, not into the game, and it showed to a certain extent. They were accepting blows as opposed to delivering them, and that's something that you build on. You get ready to play before, on the trip to the game or whatever it takes, the locker room beforehand. So they'll learn from that. Just one game, you learn from your mistakes here. You improve going into week 2 and see if the results don't come with them.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how this team does respond because it will be a big challenge next Friday night.
Oh, definitely. And Gordon, another bigger school, always have better athletes than Paoli or as good. So we'll see how they respond and how they match up, and it'll be another road test. It'd be a lot better to have a home game following this, but you don't. So you go on the road, put out an effort, and like I say, learn from what happened here and improve on it.
Hope the Rams heal up a little bit as well this week and be more healthy heading into week number 2. Speaking of week number 2 for these Boonville Pioneers, and by the way, congratulations to first-year head coach John Batts. winning his first game of his career. And they'll be back at home being Boonville. They'll be in conference play taking on Mount Vernon here at Bennett Field next Friday night. Rams continued their road swing to open up the season. They'll be heading down to Corden Central to take on the Panthers. That will be a 7 o'clock kickoff, and our pregame around 6:40 next Friday night from Corden Central. Another school that's had a lot of revamp with their football facilities, so it'll be interesting for us to see it for the first time since they made all of those improvements.
I kind of enjoy going to new setups.
All new setups, exactly right. Well, as always, we want to thank all of our great sponsors for allowing us to bring you high school football here tonight. And again, a reminder, we'll have Coach's Corner coming your way on Monday night. We'll start things off with head coach Neil Dittmer. And then at 6:30, we'll be joined by Springs Valley football coach Jason Lowe, whose Hawks opened up the season with a big win over Eastern to start off 1-0. For the Rams, as we mentioned, week number 2, we'll find them back out on the road taking on the Corden Central Panthers. Thank you as well to all of the great staff here, Athletic Director Michael Chapman and Head Coach John Ross for all of their help. And again, the same for our good friends, always Derek Newkirk at Paoli High School and Head Coach Neil Dittmer and his staff. Most of all, a thank you to our engineer-producer. Great job, as always, by Melissa Wall. And most of all, thanks to you for listening. For Bert Pedigo, I'm Dave Dedrick. As we wrap up the Buddies Fuel and Food post-game report as the Rams fall on the road. Your final tonight here from Bennett Field. It was Boonville 33 and Paoli 0. Good night, everybody.
This coverage of high school sports on Mix 95.3 WUME has been made possible by our incredible community sponsors: Bender Lumber, Buddies Food and Fuel, Cave and Calcar Quarries, Dillman Scott Funeral Home, El Compadre Mexican Restaurant, Hoosier Hills Credit Union, Hoosier Hardware, In Focus Eye Care, KFC of Paoli, Orange County REMC, Orange County Fiber, Orange County CASA, Paoli Health and Living Community, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Summer Seamless Guttering, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Team OC Youth Mentoring, Whitfield Investments, and the Orange County Community Foundation. Thanks for supporting local athletes, local schools, and local radio. This has been Mix 95.3 WUME, your home for local sports.